And we are online. Look at there.
What's up, folks? What's up?
That's good stuff. YouTube's crazy.
Oh no, that's the art. That's the art for the new thing. We were talking about that last night. Brian found the Octopath Traveler art.
Nice.
He hadn't seen it, and he's like Octopath Traveler, and I'm like, I know.
Oh yeah, that's good stuff.
What? Yeah, I know. I'm stoked for it, dude. You need to watch the playthrough, especially for Primrose. You haven't watched it.
Pop out chat. My wife is now watching the anthem. The only part she cares about at all is the part where the people sing songs.
That's the only.
She could care less about any of this.
Oh, okay.
I think it's really cool.
Here's what I care about. I want the Browns to do well.
You want the Browns to do well. Well, we're not off to the best start. We're picking the shortest quarterback who grabbed his junk on national TV. That's it's really bothering me. All right, before I even start talking about the draft with you, Caroline, I want to say that I think this is the first time that I kind of feel like YouTube is really cool. Like, because I knew you could stream games. I know we could do podcasts. We've never used YouTube like to just hang out. That's all we're doing. We have nothing to do right now. We're just hanging out. Both
just two people gonna watch the draft. Might as well.
That's neat.
How are the wings, by the way? I showed Brian the picture, and I'm like, dude, I want some of those wings.
Melissa, how are the wings? She says they were amazing.
Yeah, they look pretty freaking good.
They were pretty good. I grilled them. I did half of them seasoned, half of them non-seasoned. Then we sauced the non-seasoned half. And we had honey barbecue, hickory barbecue, and then buffalo sauce. So everybody kind of had one of each, different kinds. What am I trying to do? Oh, I'm trying to tweet the video. That's what I'm trying to do. I keep forgetting. Hey, Jack. Thank you, young man. My son has just today, I think, of all times, I have no idea where this comes from. He's just adopted that he's now a Bengals fan, which now makes us enemies. He just hates the Browns now. What?
It's okay. I
don't care. I said whoever you like. I'm just never buying you a Bengals jersey. Bengals suck. Buy your own jersey.
I'll be a Bengals fan with him insofar as there's a lot of dogs that have gone.
They do pick a lot of Georgia players. I know that.
I think at one time we had 7 people in their roster.
I legit think my son, not my daughter, picked his favorite football team based on the uniform. And that part kind of bothers me. Because one, that's just bad. 2, the uniforms suck. I hate the Bengals uniforms. Yeah, I mean, they're not as bad as these new Cleveland ones, but they're pretty bad.
Said they're from Ohio too, but they win more games.
See, that's a bad reason to like a team.
That's like for Georgia Tech people that would say that about Georgia.
It's true. PSVG's NFL draft party. Now. And now we can talk. Now that I've done all the things. I've tweeted. I've done everything I can do. Now we can talk. The hot buzz that came out this morning in Cleveland, and this came out at like 7 in the morning. Browns are taking Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, that's pretty much the consensus, and it's absolute crap.
So here's the interesting thing. Let me ask you this. Did you see the Josh Allen stuff?
No, I did not.
Josh Allen.
Oh, no, the tweets from 6 years ago and all that crap? Yeah, I saw that. Never mind.
Josh Allen has been connected to the Browns' new general manager like this entire process. Almost like even before he was hired for the Cleveland, like when he was unemployed back in January, a podcast I listened to were like, John Dorsey loves Josh Allen. Like this is his kind of guy. I was bracing for them to take Josh Allen, which made a friend of mine really upset because he was like, I can't believe we're going to take a kid from Wyoming that never won anything. That's fair.
Yeah.
Josh Allen, though, you know, like if you watch Josh Allen is like the most Elway-esque quarterback we've ever seen since Elway. Dude has a cannon, can legit throw it like 80, 90 yards. Can run. He measurably, actually, if you just compared the two, he actually measures out really close to like what Cam is. Like he's nuts. Right. Physically, he's insane. So while I didn't think it was the best pick, the former scout in me looked at a guy like Josh Allen and I go, you know what? If we set him for the bench for a year and gave him some coaching, like he can do things other kids can't do. Like he could be really good.
Yeah.
Then all these tweets come out. For anybody that doesn't know, he got caught, or not get caught, like 7-8 years ago when he was in high school, of all things. Yeah, somebody went and looked up his old Twitter profile of him saying all kinds of racist tweets and homophobic tweets, just all kinds of awful things.
Yeah.
Really bad things. And then, so like that happened overnight. And then all of a sudden, now the Browns are on Baker. I'm interested to know if maybe they changed their mind.
I think it would be great if they did, or just been like, or why would they think that? I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me that you would completely change your mind over something. But it's Baker Mayfield, and he's like really good. We talked about this earlier, though.
We're going to talk about Baker in a minute. I'm wondering if the Josh Allen stuff cooled them off on Allen, and Baker was like, all right, then we'll just take Baker. Which would be interesting, because I think the best quarterback, they all have a flaw and they all have their pros. I think the most worthy of the choice. So it's not like who's the best, it's choose the best answer.
Right.
I have no idea who's going to be best, but who is the best pick? That's Sam Darnold.
Absolutely.
6'5" USC gunslinger who's the youngest in the draft, who's got the measurables, he's got the look, like he looks the part.
Mm-hmm.
Why aren't they drafting Sam Darnold? It bothers me. As I put it, because you saw it up close and personal, and I watched him against my Buckeyes. You've seen the Baker Mayfield experience.
Right.
Old Baker had you UGA fans shaking in your boots for a little bit. He was putting on you guys for a minute.
For like the third and the middle of the fourth quarter, we were.
And I think I think Georgia last year was probably the best defense in all college football. And I think Ohio State was absolutely probably one of the most talented defenses in all college football. And he tore those teams apart. He shredded those teams. So I'm not like anti-Baker. The way that I put it, though, is think about like the Browns have not drafted a quarterback number 1 overall since 1999. They didn't get Cam. Nope. They didn't get Luck. They passed on Carr. They passed on Wentz. They passed on Watson.
They got Manziel.
They didn't get a chance to draft Bortles of all things.
Yeah.
Like even who's the Miami quarterback?
Frickin' Florida State kid.
No.
No, sorry. I'm thinking of golly. Why am I thinking of the Bucks? I think NFC South because of the Falcons.
I keep thinking Testaverde. His name is something like that. Miami Dolphins quarterback.
I was thinking Jameis Winston. Hold on.
What's his name? Tannehill.
Oh yeah, Ryan Tannehill.
They didn't draft him. They passed on him. So after all these quarterbacks that were taken, high picks, they passed on all of them. And you mean to tell me that the one time the Browns have the number 1 pick and have the quarterback choice of their picking, they're going to pick the shortest, oldest quarterback in the draft?
Yep.
That really, I'm hoping
jerkish.
I'm wrong.
Jerkiest.
I'm hoping I'm wrong. I think Rosen might be the jerkiest.
Really? You think?
I do. Yeah, Rosen is.
I don't know.
I like him. He's a free thinker. I actually like my quarterback to be kind of a jerk. I think it's important that the quarterback acts that way.
I agree. It's kind of a complex, but he's got way too much of a. It's like who's our
the best ones, man? Like Favre, Young, Brady, obviously Rodgers. Like these dudes are. You want to be on their team. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Philip Rivers.
I feel bad for Matt Stafford just because he's so good, but he's not gotten any help at the Lions ever since. I think the only person he had was Calvin Johnson.
I was saying they tried, right? They drafted like receivers like 5 years in a row, and then they've drafted a running back like 3 years, and they're
Their
trying.
offensive line though has just never been there ever.
And they've drafted tackles. I mean, yeah, they've done a poor job. And it's also, it is Detroit. It's hard to get free agents in Detroit, just like Cleveland. It's not easy to do that. So I hope, obviously, I'm a Browns fan, so I'm going to root for whoever's in the jersey. And I hope that he becomes the best ever. And there's certain things to like about Baker, but the scout in me, because that's what I used to do. I used to scout high school football for ESPN for 5.5 years. I was the Atlanta area scout. I scouted a lot of really good players, Von Bell and Nkemdiche and stuff like that. I was their scouts. Knowing how scouts look, I can't believe we're going to draft a 6-foot quarterback with the number 1 pick in the draft. Like, even if he's great, it still seems like an unnecessary risk. Even if he turns out, it's like, yeah, but almost like it's like you may have gotten lucky. Like even if it turns out, it might be more luck than smart.
I just love looking at these like crazy ass people. Just golly, like that Miami guy right there. It's just unbelievable.
What are you watching ESPN? Because I have a commercial.
Yeah. Oh no, ESPN.
Am I behind or something? Yeah, I'm on a commercial. I'm looking at rings. Oh,
Now, okay, tell me this. When did they start going back to, or when did they start switching it around from city to city? Because I remember it used to be in New York, and then they decided to go back to Philly. And
You get drunk in the rest of the Cool Whip last night.
no, I ate the Cool Whip when I came home today. It wasn't that much, mostly. You've been eating a lot of Cool Whip, so.
Oh no.
She's upset all the Cool Whip's gone.
I would be upset too, dude.
And bring me a popsicle.
Oh, I want a popsicle.
You want a popsicle too? Yeah, popsicles are awesome. We just bought popsicles. Go get a popsicle and then bring.
If I had my choice of popsicle or ice cream, I'd pick a popsicle. No.
Oh, it's not ice cream. It is whipped cream.
I know she's talking about Cool Whip, but I'm just saying, like, if I had a choice between popsicles and ice cream,
oh wow,
I think it'd be popsicles all the time.
Wow.
I'm lactose intolerant too, so I always like associate ice cream with cramps.
This rotating it has been new. I think last year is the first year. I think that they,
I remember that they did go somewhere else, but then I saw that they were in Dallas today, and I was like,
Cleveland is on the docket for 20 and 21, and not necessarily like not Cleveland Brown Stadium, but like Canton, Ohio, where the Hall of Fame is. They want to host the draft of the Hall of Fame, which I think makes all the sense in the world. I think that's where the draft should be all the time.
Sure.
Yeah, like
I agree.
The draft should be at the Hall of Fame, or you should probably put the Pro Bowl at the Hall of Fame. But I don't think any of the Pro Bowlers want to go to Canton, Ohio, like on their vacation.
I don't think they do.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you what my first job out of college was? It was
no.
I worked for the Hall of Fame players. It was. I'm trying to think. Like, it wasn't with the actual Hall of Fame, but we got a bunch of the original people that were in the NFL Hall of Fame. And, like, your Joe Tereshinski. Joe Tereshinski. Are you serious right now, Caroline? I just said Joe Tereshinski.
I remember him.
I was talking about, hold on, I'm just going to pull up my roster of people that we worked with. But anyway, just like the guys that have started to develop dementia and brain issues and stuff. And back in the day of the early NFL, you know, they didn't get paid what these kids are getting paid now.
And they didn't have like their, you know, like players now, I think after 6 years, you know, they're vested. They get paid throughout their life.
Right.
The thing, yeah, they didn't have that.
Right. Either. Well, these guys, I mean, you know, they made the bare minimum just to play ball. And now they have all of these issues from playing in the league, and we held golf tournaments where they went out and played, and then people who wanted to man, that popsicle looks good. People that wanted to pitch in would pay, and they would get to play with a Hall of Famer for a golf tournament. So when I did it, we were in New Orleans. We actually went to Metairie Country Club, which is just right north of.
Yep, I've been to Metairie.
Yeah, and a great turnout, and got sponsors from like, you know, Cafe de Monde sponsored us, Abita, just like local New Orleans places. Lots of
That's
good
really
food.
Cool.
Yeah, it was really nice and really neat. Unfortunately, I just kind of. It was too much, and I wasn't getting paid enough.
Sure.
But I made a lot of interesting contacts there.
When I was my third or fourth year working where I work now, my boss actually used to be the director of emergency management for New Orleans during Katrina. And when they got the Super Bowl, I think it was 2014 in New Orleans, the last time I was there, they needed help doing like what I do. So my boss called his old boss, and he was like, "Hey, FYI, this guy that I inherited over here at this agency, he's one of the best." He's like, "Do you want him to come help you? I'll pay for him if you pay for his travel." So he paid me, and that was actually the first Super Bowl that I worked.
Nice.
So I've actually worked Super Bowls in New Orleans, Houston, Minneapolis, and will do in Atlanta.
So you were there in 2013 too. Yeah.
And my wife's, we stayed at my wife's grandparents. They live in Metairie.
Nice.
So I actually know.
Metarie's so much nicer than New Orleans.
It's really pretty.
We stayed just right outside the French Quarter, like on the east side, but we were like in this like bed and breakfast that it was okay. It was just kind of one of those old school things. Everywhere else was packed. We tried to get the Hyatt to put us up, but they're like, "Oh, we can only
No, it was Joe Tereshinski. He wasn't a part of the golf tournament.
It wasn't Joe Tereshinski. Joe Tereshinski played for Georgia. I was
Yeah,
thinking.
I was gonna say, he is not a Hall of Famer.
No, I was thinking of Joe DeLamielleure. The Bills.
Oh, okay.
Back when OJ was there, he was on there. I'm gonna go through and see all of the players that were on our group. Bobby Bell.
We're live.
I met Jim Brown.
Oh wow, he's there in Texas today.
Oh, Jim Brown is.
I've always wanted to have Jim Brown autograph one of my jerseys.
I'll show you I'll find the picture of him with me. Hold on. This is back when I was really thin.
I mean, obviously, Jim Brown is not just a Cleveland legend; he's an NFL legend. He's
absolutely
one of the greatest players of all time, and like hats off to like Kaepernick and stuff for like raising awareness. Jim Brown was like the first player.
Oh, absolutely.
Jim Brown was serious.
I'm gonna go to my albums and see if I can't find it.
And they asked him earlier who the Browns should take. He totally said Saquon Barkley, which is exactly what I expect. He was like, they should take a running back, number one.
Saquon's good, but of course my Georgia heart gets mad that we didn't have anybody. All right, so here's like all of my signatured helmets and stuff on here.
A lot of Browns fans want to draft Sonny Michel. I think Chubb's better.
Here's Joey D and Paul Krause, Randall McDaniel. We had a lot of guys. Tom Mack. Randall McDaniel is such a great guy. They really all are. I'm trying to find a picture of me and Jim Brown. Oh, Falcons. What is this Falcon stuff? Is this just a Falcons commercial for us?
I'm not seeing what you're seeing. I'm watching the guys talk right now. One of us is on a delay somewhere. Do you have any pick for the Falcons? Do you have any hope? They could take that guard from Georgia.
No idea,
with a win.
Yeah, Isaiah Wynn's pretty good.
I think Wynn could play tackle. I don't think he'd be good at tackle, but I think he could play tackle.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's good enough to be a tackle. You think we'll have a lot of trades? A lot of rumors, a lot of trades.
I don't know.
Big rumors in Cleveland's gonna trade down if the Giants don't. First trade could come at 2.
I think the Giants will trade.
You think so?
Yeah, probably. I'm trying. This is ridiculous. I don't tag myself in these photos, so I'm gonna have to go to my timeline and find it. I'm on Facebook, and I don't know how Facebook works most of the time. How's your dad?
He and I were talking about Eric.
Yeah.
What's Brian's favorite football team?
Tell me about.
He likes dogs, and he likes Atlanta. What?
Eric's first job.
Mm.
He had one customer who's giving him so many sales that his commission alone from that one customer was more than his managers. So they made that customer an in-house customer, so it cut his commission down to like a fraction of a percent of what.
Oh.
That was his very first job. So he left then and went somewhere else. Kind of the same deal. But Eric's a really good salesman. I would give him that.
Why is Black Widow blonde?
She changes her hair every now and then. She was red in the first season.
First season?
First season.
Ryan and I couldn't care less about Avengers or any of that stuff. Just like you, Donnie. We just are. I don't know what is going on here. I'm not getting any.
I wish there was like a superhero series still going on. Like up
I've got tickets for
that Batman, but
Black Panther Saturday morning and then Avengers Saturday night.
Do well, dude. All right, it's gonna be in January. Oh, here's me and Chris Dolman. Oh man. Let's see here. I'm
How
just
long
gonna.
did you do that job?
8 or 9 months.
She got annoyed with my kids.
It's pretty fun.
What, babe?
I just said she got annoyed with my kids.
There's your Cleveland fans right there.
I'm looking at a Marvel trailer.
Brownie and me.
You're really delayed because Marvel trailer was on maybe about 30 seconds ago for us.
I'm streaming it through the ESPN app. I don't have cable.
That is why you're far behind. I'll just have to let you know the picks.
Oh, I'm sure I'll know the picks before you because I'll be watching on Twitter. If it's anything like last year, I knew the picks. Like there was at one point last year, I my close friend John, he's like stopped texting me picks because I was like 7 picks out in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
They drop picks like super fast, but I think the NFL Network has told them to stop. Like they told their reporters to stop tipping picks because the NFL was getting mad.
Hold on. Brian asked, is everybody booing Roger Goodell? Everybody booing
Everybody
Roger
boos him.
Goodell every single year, Brian. Everybody hates him. Okay, sorry. I just had to clarify for the boy. He doesn't really watch like the draft in consecutive years like I do.
It's just hilarious.
I'm glad Cleveland fans made the trip. They've got the pick. That's exciting.
I'm trying to. Okay, where should I post these? I'm just gonna post them in our Discord. Hiccup. Excuse me.
I hate the Browns New Jerseys. It's so just awful. Jacob says he'll be home in 3 minutes.
Oh, nice. Does Jacob want to join us?
I'm gonna send him an invite and just let him know like he doesn't have to like watch us. He can just straight up join us.
All right, I'm posting this in Sports Ball.
Sports Ball Discord over there at the PSVG.
Yep.
Nice.
All right, there's me and Chris Dolman. He is a freaking giant, dude.
Yeah.
And I was super tiny back then.
You know, I never met Jim Brown, but you know, I did play golf with Hank Aaron over at Eagles Landing.
Too cool, dude.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. And then my boss got mad at me for asking him to sign his scorecard.
Well,
He's like,
whatever.
you can't ask for his autograph.
Why not?
If he would have said no, I would have graciously said okay.
My little knobbly knees. Here's Jim Brown.
You look really little.
Yeah.
Like even more little than like you're little now.
No, I mean like I'm 5'6", so
They are still just booing him. Like he's still talking. They're just
I know.
like, why doesn't he just get like a representative? Like just have like a mouthpiece. Have somebody speak for you. Why do you have to do this?
Here's me and Jim Brown.
Wow, you were like super skinny.
I know. It's so annoying.
Like my bicep is like bigger than your neck.
I was like 90 to 100 pounds. when
Yeah,
I-
you look it.
that was ridiculous.
Somebody get this girl a cheezeburger. She needs
I've had
food.
one too many cheeseburgers.
He
now,
looks
dude.
like he's doing charity work for you.
God. If I could slap you, I would.
It's like he's like, we're here raising awareness for these people in need.
I used to be so thin.
Browns are on the clock. Watch him go. And then I was telling a friend of mine, like, what? Because I've heard it was Sam Darnold for months. Then it was Josh Allen. Now it's Baker Mayfield. Watch him walk up there and go, Josh Rosen. That'd be hilarious.
It'd be hilarious. I don't like this new setup. I'm used to having the thing down in the bottom with like the clock right in the middle of the screen. I don't like it in the corner.
I definitely don't like Browns fans wearing cowboy hats. That bothers me.
Yeah, that's pretty blasphemous. But
It's
then they've started putting clocks in the corner in recent years.
Come on,
Remember
Browns. You
when they
can
used to
still
be like
take
a
Sam
strip
Darnold.
down the bottom.
Take Sam Darnold.
Oh, I met the CBS crew too. James Brown and all of them when they were broadcasting in front of the chapel. God, look how skinny I was, man. This is sick. I wish
They
I were
can
this.
still do the right. Like it before. I was like, oh, they're totally going to take Sam Darnold. Why
Mhm.
is he up there with his mom?
I don't think Baker's there.
No, he's at home. He's
Oh,
he's
he's at-
doing it from home.
He's at home. Oh yeah, here.
Man, I got to tell you, if they do take Baker Mayfield, and
Breaker.
I hope I'm wrong when I say this, but if they do take him, it feels like the Browns are doing just something that only the Browns would do. Like I feel the tweets coming. It's like Browns are gonna Brown, like Browns are doing Browns things. Like that's what it feels like. It's like It feels like we're shooting ourselves in the foot.
Yep.
We're just doing it to ourselves at this point. I
Do
wonder
they
if-
have rooms now? They I'm so used to seeing their tables in the front. Where are their rooms? Are there rooms like in?
Oh, I saw their tables earlier on Twitter. They were taking pictures. They don't have rooms. They've got like little desk cubes set up.
Well, they just showed. It might show up on yours here in a second. Their draft room for the Browns.
Oh, so that's the thing that they've been doing it for a while now. When the teams are on the clock, they rotate to like their war rooms around the country. So they have like a reporter in everybody's facility, and
I just remember back in New York when we had everybody's little booths in the front, and then the fans were in the back.
Oh no, yeah, they've got the desks there. There's somebody there with the phone and the logo and all that. You'll see them. But then what you saw was like the Browns war room where the owner and the coach and the general manager and everybody.
Right. What's taking so long? I mean,
they've only had the pick for like eight months.
Yeah, all right. I just don't understand it. It's like, okay, but by law, we've got this drawn out, and I think it goes until midnight tonight.
Here's the thing: why are there so many people in the room?
I don't know.
Like if you were you're the owner of the Falcons, right? And you're going to make the draft pick. Why would you have 30, 40 people in the room with you? That seems like just
I have no idea.
An abundance of people. Come on, Sam. Pick Sam. Come on. He's there. He can come up and hold the. Like, what are you going to do? Like, what is Baker going to do? He can't come hold the jersey. He's going to be the first pick not to be on the. Would he be the first pick not on stage? I can't remember a first pick that wasn't there.
Yeah, I can't either.
Oh my God. I'm telling you. I'm like sick to my stomach about this. It really bothers me.
Maybe they've got him on the phone right now, and that's the delay.
Well, even if they did, though, like, is somebody going to get him a jersey that he can hold up from his living room?
Maybe they got a rep there with him, and they already knew about this.
Josina Anderson says, not much activity in the Browns war room right now. Dorsey just shook hands with the coach if the pick has been known for a while, because it is.
Brian is showing me this article that says video game loot boxes are now considered criminal gambling in Belgium.
Oh yeah, you haven't been. Yeah, that's a story. That's been a thing.
Yeah, there's loot boxes in multiple things now.
How do you like the Nintendo new president, whose favorite video game is Golf Story? My man.
Did he really say that?
You didn't see that? I posted in Shaq. Yeah. They were asking about video games. He was talking about how he's played them since Famicom and all that. And they're like, "What's your favorite Switch game?" And he was like, "Golf Story." I was like, "This man, me and him are going to be good friends." Yes.
That's awesome. I feel kind of naked without a hat.
I keep wondering to know if I should put mine back on or not. I have brownie, but like it.
I meant my Georgia cap in my closet. Oh, me. I don't like the Jets either. The Jets are bad news.
Apparently, Sam Baker has a live Instagram broadcast from his house. There are people tweeting about him not doing anything in his living room. Man, the NFL fans are nuts. I mean, we all are. I am too. My wife thinks it's ridiculous that we watch people.
I don't want to give him the view, but I want to see what he's doing. Live stream. See if his live stream pops up.
You don't want to give him the view. You really hate him that much. Uh-oh, really? Baker's on the phone. Baker's just picked up the phone. Let's hope his mom called him. Do you imagine if you...
Where is it? Where are you seeing this?
I'm on Twitter.
Okay, but I want to see the live stream.
Yeah, well, I don't follow. I don't even have an Instagram, so I can't help you there. But yeah, Baker's on the phone. Baker Mayfield just picked up the phone on his Instagram feed. Oh no.
Oh, it's his Instagram. Okay. I don't have Instagram.
Neither do I.
$471,000 followers on Instagram. I'm just a tool.
How do you hate him so much? Like, what did he do to you?
He's just one of those
cocky
dick guys from high school that I like.
It's Baker Mayfield.
I just hated him.
I mean, I understand that people don't like his attitude. That's not what bothers me. That bothers me.
Take us in.
He's 6 foot. That's what bothers me. Why? Caroline, you don't know the torture that it is.
Please show footage of Baker against the dogs, just so we can.
Hey, he lit you guys up. Give him some credit. He hung 42 points on you.
Scream, humble yourself at him. I still want one of those shirts.
There it is.
Humble yourself.
I got pictures of it now. Now people are posting pictures of him on the phone. Oh man. You know, here's the other thing.
Oh, okay. This is very delicate and very gentle. This is a piece of confetti that we've got from the Rose Bowl. It's going. Mwah! We're going. We actually carried it in Brian's wallet to the national championship, but it did not bring us any more luck because deep pockets pay the referees and all that stuff. Nick Saban, but we're gonna put that in the shadow box with the ticket stubs because I have tickets from the SEC championship and the Rose Bowl and the national championship. And I'm gonna put a picture of both of us at the national.
It was a special year for you, and then Tua just. That was ice cold.
It wasn't Tua. It was Nick Saban.
No. Tua threw that ball. That is like you guys had it and you stacked them like 20 yards, like it was there, and they just in a whiff, it was over. Yep. I hope he's good. Prove me wrong, kid. Prove me wrong.
What a tool, dude.
You know, I was for a moment today on Twitter, I started trying to tweet things that I liked about Baker to make myself feel better. I was like, John, let's both say nice things about Baker Mayfield. Maybe we can turn this around. And I said about 3 things, and then I went right back to a thing I didn't like about him. I was like, oh no, this isn't gonna work. He does make decisions quickly. And he probably, of all the quarterbacks, he probably does work the middle of the field better than everybody. He's pretty dangerous over there with some tight ends and slants and stuff. He's pretty good short range.
Dude, he is going to be in jail again.
No, he's not that bad. You're making him sound like he's Johnny. He's not Johnny. He's not like snorting coke and swans and stuff. Like he's not that bad. For the most part, he's been a pretty clean guy. He's just kind of an ass.
I love watching that video though, like when the cops tackle him and it's just bam, face right on the concrete.
Yes. Now, what is interesting is that there's a Cleveland radio host that a lot of people hate, and this guy's taking off his jersey. Oh, he's got Oklahoma thing on. Okay. Oh wow, this person's already. Is he 6? Is that he is 6?
That's his number.
Oh snap! That was my number. It's what I wore at the Stockbridge in North Forsyth. I was QB 6, so I got that going for me.
You were QB?
Yeah, I played QB. I played QB my freshman, sophomore year.
How tall are you?
My junior year. Oh, I'm 5'10". I'm short like Baker too. Huh. And my junior year, when I moved to Jackson, they wanted to switch me to running back, and that's when I just started playing golf full time.
Screw running back.
Oh, I was also going to be their backup running back. When I played quarterback, I was an option QB, so I was like a runner.
Screw this kid. I'm just sick of seeing his face. Let's get him off.
Wow. Caroline's.
He's just such a pompous piece of crap.
He is. I mean, he is. Yeah, he's an ass. I understand that. Like, he's a douche. And like I said earlier, Aaron Rodgers is a douche. Brady's a douche. Phillip Rivers is a douche. Like, that's normal. I don't like it, but it's normal. Like, Matt Ryan might be like the only like just good guy. Matt Ryan's just like everybody's favorite person.
I love this tweet. Goodell planting little girls to high five in the front row is peak Goodell. I know.
That's our quarterback. Or that's my quarterback, Jack. That's who the Browns took. They took Baker Mayfield. He's been the new Browns quarterback. He did win the Heisman. He was good. I give you that. He's got numbers. If there's anything else, here's the thing that scares me about Baker. You know who else had numbers? Colt McCoy.
Oh yeah, I forgot
And their
about
numbers
Colt.
are like the same. Like they're both 6'1". They're both like 225. They both threw 10,000 yards. They both had high completion percentages. Like
Where has Kirk Herbstreit been that he looks like he just came off of the beach?
he always looks like he's just orange.
Bengals are doing better than the Browns.
What did you say?
He's telling me that the Bengals did better than the Browns. The Browns didn't win a game last year, Jack. I know.
Oh.
You know what? You take your Bengals homerade somewhere else. We're gonna beat the Bengals this year, and you're gonna feel awful.
Homerade.
We're gonna beat the Bengals this year. You know why? Because they're kind of bad. Andy Dalton. You know what? Baker Mayfield's better than Andy Dalton. I'd rather have Baker Mayfield than Andy Dalton.
Oh, good. They're they're showing all the bad things that Baker's done now.
This is your favorite part?
Yeah.
Airlines, I'm entertained now. There is a radio host in Cleveland who said 3 months ago that they wouldn't draft Baker, and he said that if they
did that.
he said if they did draft Baker, he'd have to eat horse poop, and he's gonna have to eat horse poop on air.
Nice.
So,
Oh, hey, it's Jay.
what's up, Jacob?
Hey,
They just took Baker Mayfield, man.
who did? The Browns did?
Giants pick is in.
I'm arguing with my son, who's adopted the Bengals, telling him that Baker Mayfield is at least better than Andy Dalton.
Mm.
They could get a new quarterback.
The Bengals need a new quarterback. Andy Dalton is the most boring quarterback in the history of the NFL. He is the most
old is he?
average
Is he like
of
5?
average baseline. He's just it. Like he's just blah.
Oh,
Andy
they got
Dalton is just
Saquon.
blah.
They took Saquon.
Did they?
Yep.
That
Yes.
was a good.
That means we're trading down. Do you think we're going to take Chubb? I want Chubb, but I think they're going to trade down.
I hope they don't
That
take.
Chubb is not the good Chubb.
No.
Hey, where are you watching the draft at?
I'm on Twitter, and then I've got it up on ESPN.
ESPN.
He's wearing like a tux with a maroon
Dude,
outside.
Caroline, Bradley Chubb is awesome. He has had 10 plus sacks 2 years in a row. He leads
I
the
know.
country.
I know he's good, but
He turned around NC State as a defensive end. Like they sucked forever until he came.
they're
They've
still
basically
pretty bad.
They've basically sucked since like Rivers left. Since Rivers left and then Bradley Chubb got there.
I'm shocked that they took Barkley.
I'm not. I heard that for a long
I
time.
thought that they were going to either go QB or they were going to go Chubb.
I thought they were going to move, to be honest with you. I thought they would be the team that moves. Because here's the thing. Now, Sam Darnold and Rosen are on the board.
Baker
One of them-
Mayfield.
I know, Coach.
I love it.
Baker Mayfield.
You know, if the
I laugh too.
Oh God.
Here's the thing. You missed all of my back. Like I've fully explained the whole Baker Mayfield everything. So like we're already over this. But
I might move back there with you just so I have a better light source.
so my coach, here's my thing. Right, Sam Darnold was
Not
the
one
guy.
hanging out
Josh
from
Allen
behind me.
is
No,
the
it's
prototype. Josh Rosen's the best thrower. The Browns missed on Cam. They didn't get a chance for Luck. They passed Carr. They passed Watson. They passed Wentz. And when they finally take a quarterback with the first pick, for the first time in 25 years, they took the shortest, oldest quarterback they could.
All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna let y'all hang out right here so I can set up a different rig.
Okay. If he turns into Drew Brees, no one here
Well,
is gonna. My jokes will not be jokes anymore.
right. And he might. And that's the other thing. In his defense, so I mean, I don't know how to feel about this, Coach. You can help me because I'm a scout. And a scout sees Josh Allen's arm, and a scout sees Sam Darnold's size, and a scout sees Josh Rosen throw outs. And I'm like, I want those guys, not the little guy who just makes completions everywhere. In Baker's defense, he probably works the middle of the field better than anybody, like in the class. Like if you watch Oklahoma, he's crazy good, like with his tight end slants, curls, quick outs. He's short game. He's amazing. He's really good, and he's got good zip. The thing that scares me, man, he's a system guy. Like, how much is it Baker versus Lincoln Riley? You know, like, and he's a Big 12 guy. I mean, what has that produced?
Yeah, Big 12 defense is non-existent.
I know.
No,
And people are like, well, he's got numbers. I'm like, Colt McCoy had numbers. He was also 6'1" and 220. Like, how is I don't. This is what I told Caroline. This feels like the Browns doing Browns things, and that bothers me. And I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong. But it's like, if Baker was the only quarterback in the draft, I'd take him. But why in the hell did we just take Baker number 1? Why did we just take him number 1? Number 1 overall?
Now, Baker's sitting for a year.
I think.
I don't mind that.
But here's the thing. Do you think Baker's going to be okay with that? With his attitude, his cockiness?
I think it's
going to
competitive.
hate that.
Yeah, I think it's competitive as he is. He will get a little chirpy, but here's the thing. The guy he's backing up is a guy who's all work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. That's
and
true.
He's a guy that teammates love him. Like, here's the problem. It wasn't the team that didn't love him. It was Bill's coaching staff.
Yeah.
This guy, he doesn't turn the ball over. He's not going to make big, flashy plays. He's just a hard worker who shows up every day, who does his job, who doesn't run his mouth.
So he already got
I think Baker's going to like that.
Baby.
So
I think Baker's going to play. He's not going to play early.
I didn't mean
he's going to play. Because Tyrod also has that. He's got that history of not. He doesn't let it loose at times. He's really conservative. And if he does that for 6 weeks and the Browns go 1-5 or 0-6, they're going to start him. They'll put him in. He might be the most ready to start. I think Rosen would probably get the edge in that for me, but I mean Baker's definitely number 2.
I just don't know how you pass on Chubb and
they could
Barkley
still get
right
Chubb.
now.
They could still get Chubb.
Oh yeah, Chubb might fall right here.
And here's the thing: the Browns could have Chubb, and they might trade down. I would take Chubb, Bradley Chubb, and Myles Garrett, dude. Let's go. That's a great. You just do that, and that's your defensive line for 8 years. That's fantastic. Like, that's really really good. But man, I can't help but feel torn, bittersweet. I hope it works out for
Jets. If you're the Jets, you have 3 amazing quarterback prospects right now.
I heard they're going to take Rosen over Darnold. That's what I heard earlier on Twitter. They're taking Rosen. Rosen can't move.
I don't know, man.
He's a statue. He reminds me of like Bledsoe. Great arm, throw it all over the field, but dude, he can't move.
Did y'all see what I retweeted? It's from a guy that writes for the Dogs. It says, Baker Mayfield is really flexible as the UGA defense demonstrated in the Rose Bowl, and it's like 3 guys covering him, and he's like sandwiched in between all 3.
I gotta say, Caroline, I'm gonna defend my quarterback now. Georgia fans making fun of Baker Mayfield feels like just hypocritical because he lit you guys up. Best defense in the country, and he took you guys to town. He was awesome in that game. Weren't they like? What was the score at like halftime? Weren't they up like 2 or 3?
Oh my god! Okay, so the Golden State Killer, right? They found him because he gave his DNA to a like 23andMe chromosome website where it's like, find out where your DNA ancestry is and all this crap. How stupid can you be, dude?
Baker went 23 for 35 for 287, 2 touchdowns and interception against you guys.
Whoop-de-doo, we still beat the fucker.
That's true, but I mean, I think everybody agrees you guys were the better team.
Yep. Look how thin I was, dude. Makes me sick. Brad's like, eh.
What is taking the Jets so long?
The Jets took Sam Darnold.
No way.
Yep.
So now the Browns have the 4th pick, and they've got Rosen.
Chubb.
They've got Rosen and Allen on the board.
What
so here's the thing: Chubb is the best player, and that's who I take. But you got to remember,
2 quarterbacks and trade one.
No, the Bills want to come up. The Bills have all these picks; they want to move up. Now's the chance. If you're the Browns, I mean, I would take Chubb. Let's just say that right now. I would take Chubb. Give me my player. I'll let everybody else worry about it. But if the Bills want to give me an offer I can't refuse, I might listen. Like, if you really want to just get crazy with it, but you better get crazy. But this would be the spot to move down.
Please tell me they're all not number 1s. These are just placeholder numbers, right?
What? Oh, no. Yeah, they're first round.
First round.
That's so stupid.
Well, you can't have jerseys for everybody because what if somebody trades? You're going to go swap numbers real quick?
At least ask them, what's your lucky number? Like me. Guys, for my lucky numbers, guys.
I can't believe
47.
False.
I can't believe
Baker
Browns
Mayfield.
took Baker Mayfield.
I was in shock. Like I'm driving in.
I'm not in shock. I've been hearing it all day. That was when I woke up this morning at 7:00. I turned on Cleveland radio like I always do to go get in the shower, and it was Adam Schefter went online going, "Folks, I just got off the phone with a very good source. The Browns are taking Baker Mayfield." I'm like, "You've got to be kidding me!" And all day people are like, "It's a smokescreen." I'm like, "Why would they smokescreen? They have the first pick. There's no need to to smokescreen. You pick who you want," and they did. They picked Baker Mayfield. Oh, God.
It's like once the pick comes in and the realization hit, it's like that sound effect that goes dong.
I hope he's good.
Nope. I hope he get. No,
I can only hope for
my.
my favorite player. I mean, not my favorite player, my guy. But it's not the pick I would have made.
Coach, who's your team?
I'm a Bears fan.
Oh, that's right. I knew that.
See, I had this dream that Chubb was going to fall to us.
Not a chance. The Browns will take him right now. Denver will.
Browns trade the pick to the Bills. Denver takes QB.
Allen? Did you see all of his racist tweets that came out last night?
Oh man, yeah, he's
I don't want to be any team today that's like, we took the racist guy. Like, I don't want take Lamar Jackson, maybe. They could take like Quentin Nelson. Nelson's legit.
What is this DXL men's apparel looking good thing?
Jason Lockenfora says Browns will listen to trades, but it's going to take a lot to convince them not to stay here and take Chubb. That's what they want to do. So what I said sounds right. Dude, I'm telling you, Chubb and Myles Garrett. That's awesome. That's good stuff. That's NFL D-line. I like it. Yeah, I don't want to be the team drafting. I don't want to be the team drafting Allen today. And I loved him. Coach, do you remember I brought him up to you last year?
How many pounds of Mardi Gras beads does that Jets guy have on his neck? He had like at least 30 pounds of beads.
Jets, Jets.
Yeah.
That's it.
Now, do you think the tweets led to Allen not going one?
I brought that up to Caroline earlier. I said I want because this entire time I've heard it was Allen or Darnold. And for months I've been hearing Dorsey likes Allen. He likes Allen. That's what I kept hearing. Dorsey is an Allen guy. He's a big dude, big arm guy. And then all of a sudden these tweets come out. I wake up, it's Baker Mayfield for the first time I've ever heard it. I was wondering the same thing. Like, is it possible those tweets made them just go to their second option?
No, that makes sense. Now, I didn't read the tweets, but I don't want to because I don't have any interest.
They're pretty bad. Like they are. They're pretty bad.
I'm interested now. I didn't see them either.
I'm glad I didn't have Twitter when I was in high school. Not that I'm a racist, but I mean, I'm sure I would have said like some woman hating thing probably. And everybody.
See, I make fun of short people so much.
See, like everybody has something.
I feel like if you're under 6'6", like I should be allowed to make fun of you.
Like Baker Mayfield.
Yeah. I have a 6'5" kid at my school who's he's a power forward. And I'm like, oh, midget, what's wrong with you? And every time he's like, Coach, I'm 6'5". I was like, but that. I'm 6'6" and some change. So you're short. That's how it works.
Oh my gosh, this is pretty bad.
I told you.
I don't want to know. Because I don't want to
You know what's crazy? You know how big basketball players are? Michael Jordan was 6'6". Yep. So Coach Bo's like, I'm 6'6" and some change, and I play center. And it's like Michael Jordan was a guard. He was a wing player.
What a piece of crap. Donnie, Baker Mayfield intentionally recreated the photo of Brett Favre getting.
Yeah, I saw that. That actually I liked. I thought that was funny. Did you see Brett Favre's reply?
No.
He said something like, "Good luck today. I hope you do well." And he said, "Send me my jorts back when you're done."
He said Favre said that send my jorts back when you're done with them.
So if Bryce Petty gets cut, I hope the Bears snatch him up.
That wouldn't be bad. I liked Bryce Petty coming out too, but he needed time. I liked DeShone Kizer coming out, but he needed time. Kaiser's got all the tools. He needs to hold.
I don't think Hackenberg will ever be good enough.
What's his name hairstyle?
He has that,
Darnold kind of reminds me of Hack a little bit, and I was kind of worried about Darnold. I was like, Darnold might be Hack.
See, Hackenberg reminded me of Carr, David.
Yeah,
he has the arm.
He's got
but he doesn't make those reads fast enough. And if you can't make it fast enough, you're going to get crushed. Is it Chubb time?
We're taking Chubb.
The pick is in.
We're taking Chubb. No, we're not. Whoa! No!
It's not even been announced.
No! Why?
What happened?
We're taking Denzel Ward.
What?
Oh, okay. That's not a bad
I like
pick.
him, but I don't like him as much as Chubb.
Dude, Chubb is still here, and I'm 3 picks away. Come on, Bears. Chubb to the Bears.
Dude, the pick is
Chubb
not even the pick is in, but it's not even come up to the podium yet.
Oh my God.
Come on, Bears.
Oh.
Come on, Bears. Somebody take Rosen.
Oh, the Denver's going to take Rosen.
I hope Rosen and Allen go now. Come on, guys.
I do think Ward is the best cover in the draft.
I would say so.
Yeah, he's the best corner. By far, he's the best corner. I like Joshua Jackson too, but Ward is like...
Guys, Chubb is still available. Bears, we need Chubb. Oh, I want Chubb to be a...
Dude, how did you get that so far ahead of like the broadcast?
Twitter is where all the picks are.
We're watching HD.
I do like that we drafted a Buckeye. I can always do that. I like Buckeyes. That's good.
There's that much of a delay between.
No. He's finding out these picks from Twitter before.
Delay between live and broadcast.
No, it's not that. It's just
From Twitter because people are there live and they heard the results.
no. I don't think that's it. I think Donnie's getting his intel from the inside. How'd you find that out? From who? Just people that are just tweeting about it?
I have a Twitter list called The Land where I follow all of my inside reports. There's about 150 reporters there. I like Ward, but man, he's not as good as Chubb. God, he's not even close. We could have had Chubb and Garrett. What happened to Jacob?
I don't know. He's been gone.
Okay, here's the thing. Chubb goes right now at 5 unless Denver takes QB. I don't think there's any other way.
Got to take Rosen. They need a quarterback, didn't they? Who did they just sign? They just signed the Minnesota guy, Case Keenum or somebody.
Oh yeah.
Like they are the epitome of journeyman. They've been putting journeyman in Denver for like 8 years. They need a quarterback.
My computer completely freaking froze on me and wouldn't
freaking frack
anything. Yeah.
Welcome
because
back,
of all
man.
the Nintendo stuff around you, it's prone to freezing.
Boy,
No.
you are only allowed to crap on the shack when you're in the shack. And
Dude, I'm going to be so ticked if the Broncos take Chubb. They don't need Chubb.
Dude, I'm upset the Browns didn't take Chubb.
Here's what I need. I need Chubb to fall to
There's
7.
no way Chubb gets to
If
you,
Chubb
Coach.
falls to 7, Bears get him at 8. Guaranteed.
No.
There's no way Chubb gets
Colts
to
will
you.
take him at 6.
No way.
Yeah, the Colts are going to take him.
You guys watch.
Denver doesn't.
Colts are taking Nelson or Mika. Just watch.
screw me.
I could see Nelson. Nelson probably should be the pick for the Colts.
Yep.
Lord knows they should make sure that Andrew Luck never gets hit again.
As
Like,
bad
they
as that O-line is, Nelson's the best pick for them. I don't know how they.
Yeah,
that
that might be true. Nelson also might be the best pick in the draft period.
He is. Nelson's going to get a gold jacket when it's
Yeah,
all said and done.
he's legit really good. I think everybody that's ever seen him play is like, this is one of the best offensive linemen I've ever
I just
seen.
saw a tweet that Broncos are expecting to land Chubb, but I'm going to be mad
if they don't take a quarterback, I'm going to be
before
shocked.
us.
They have to take a
Chubb. I'm
quarterback.
going to be mad because it's a tease. Tease.
We could have had
Most of
Darnold
the
and
fan base
Chubb,
in
and we took
Indianapolis wants
Mayfield
Chubb.
and Ward. And I don't want to not like Ward. I like Ward. Like
I want
Ward
the Bears
was
to trade.
like in my mind, Ward was a guy if we moved down. Like if we had moved down and got Ward, I would have lost my mind. But
Who did the Browns get?
we took
The second pick?
Denzel Ward. He was the best. He's the best
Ah.
corner in the draft, and we need a corner, but he's not Chubb.
I know. That's the thing from the fan base. We all have the
You
one
know, it's
we
like
want.
it's sad because it's like it has nothing to do with Ward. Ward's great. He is super fast. Trust me, I've seen him. He's really good, but he's not Chubb. Chubb and Garrett. We got a Chubb and Garrett.
Hey,
Right.
Damn it.
Could have been a killer duo like Mathis and Freeney was.
I know exactly.
Except bigger and stronger.
You're making me want to cry.
Mathis and Freeney were more, quicker and faster, but yeah, absolutely.
Like having, it would be like having Julius Peppers and KJB on the same team at the prime of their career. That's how dirty that duo would have been. Because Chubb's a huge guy. That's not a little guy.
He is.
Like I said earlier, Chubb basically single-handedly turned an entire program around. When's the last time a defensive end did that?
Was it Pep?
Maybe.
I think it was Pep.
Or Clowney?
Javon Curse.
Clowney basically put South Carolina on the map. I mean, who was their quarterback? Garcia?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. Oh,
what
man.
Do you think of the Jets?
Forgot about that.
So, oh, man. Damn it.
What do you think of the Jets?
Broncos take Rosen.
I still haven't seen it come in yet.
No, that's what I'm hoping. Broncos take Rosen. Nelson goes 6.
I do see Casey Pierce. Mika. Who is this? Who's Casey Pierce?
Smith,
Jacob. NFL PR guy in Indianapolis says Colts draft room sweating over getting Chubb right now.
Oh my God!
Apparently the Colts want him. The Colts want him bad. They want them to. Dude, the Colts traded down, got 3 second-round picks, and still get the guy they wanted.
That'd be crazy.
Damn it!
Gamble. I mean, they did a smart move by trading down, but
please be Rosen.
Ian Rappaport reports the Bills did not want to give up 2 first-round picks to move up. They weren't willing to sell the farm for these quarterbacks. So the Browns
they're gonna get Allen.
Yeah, they're racist tweeter.
I'm telling you,
if I like Allen. Allen's got the best arm strength I've ever seen. But if I was an owner of a football team, I'd have a really hard time putting him on my squad.
Yeah,
I really do. Like
you would take Allen over Cutler's arm.
Broncos pick is in.
Oh,
no way. I don't believe that.
You gotta watch more of his film, dude.
I've seen Cutler throw from his knees.
Dude, watch Allen.
If we don't get Chubb, we'll get Quentin Nelson, I think. I hate the Broncos.
Do they take him?
No, I don't know yet. I
got Eric Galco says there's no guarantee the Browns could have moved down and still gotten Ward. The Broncos liked him a lot. So maybe the Broncos were looking at Ward.
They traded to the Bears.
Here's my favorite tweet. I'm going to send this to you. My favorite tweet I've seen so far. This is perfect.
I can't read Twitter right now because I'm watching the game on my phone or the draft on my phone and talking to you.
Says the Ringer put, what would the NFL draft be without a little confusion from Cleveland? And it's Ron Swatson from Parks and Rec going, what the hell just happened?
Broncos select.
Take Josh Allen. Take Rosen.
I still haven't seen it. The Broncos select Bradley Chubb.
Dang it.
Pick is in.
Dang it. There's no way Nelson falls. There's no way. I'm going to cry.
Nelson would be really good in Chicago, too.
God, he would be a game changer for us.
They got Chubb.
Oh, my God.
So Von Miller and Chubb are now on the same defensive line.
Gosh, I freaking hate this.
So Denver's going to the Super Bowl.
I didn't realize the kid was out of Marietta.
I mean, they've said it before. You can't.
Oh, that
teams
is
just
right.
don't
That's
give up their elite pass rushers.
So how do you stop a defense with Chubb on one side, Von Miller on the other? And their inside linebackers are both studs too.
I would say Joe Thomas, but he's gone, so we can't do that
retired.
anymore. Like we're done there. I don't know. Quentin Nelson. That's the answer. Quentin Nelson.
Broncos now have 2 6'4" monsters.
Gosh,
we're in the 4-5 range.
Yeah.
Wasn't Vaughn a 4-5 guy?
Yeah.
Like 4-5-8 and some change.
Bradley Chubb is so good. He's great. Run.
Yeah. So congratulations, Denver, for getting the best player in the draft.
And you know what? I don't want to feel. I feel like I'm hating on Denzel Ward. Denzel Ward is also so good. Both of them impact the passing game in different ways, but Denzel Ward is really good. He was the best corner in the draft, but
this is what I do to myself though. Like I don't I always just focus on the biggest names. So then I feel like, well, if we didn't get one of the big names I wanted, then they all suck.
Oh, if you get Quentin Nelson, this is a huge win for you.
Yeah, if you guys get Quentin Nelson, Quentin Nelson might be the better player.
Yeah, you're gonna play Quentin Nelson for the next 15 years, and you'll never think about it again. He'll just play, and he'll be awesome. He'll go to Pro Bowl after Pro Bowl after Pro Bowl. He's gonna step right in, and he's gonna make sure nobody ever hits Andrew Luck again. Like,
yeah, he's
nice.
He's really good.
But
I don't think they'll honestly pick him, though. I think they want to bolster the defense too bad.
Now, Raquan's a really good pick here.
Ooh.
My baby.
Roquan might be my favorite defensive player in this draft.
I actually got to work
I like his
out with
attitude.
him when he was a senior in high school.
Oh, they're already saying the Colts pick.
He went. They might have already had theirs on trigger.
I don't know. Everything I've
like, wait a minute, Nelson's here?
Oh, never mind.
Everything I've got.
They had it filled out already.
All my stuff is behind, so I don't know.
They sent two when the Broncos were on the clock. They sent 2 envelopes up. One of them said Chubb, and the other one said they're like, whoever Denver doesn't pick, just the next one. Pick the other one.
I just got a tweet saying the Colts are expected to get Nelson.
Golly, yeah.
Oh, here we go. To make myself feel better, since I'm going to hear about how bad Cleveland is all day tomorrow. Denzel Ward did not allow a single reception in 7 games last year.
Nice.
He's good.
Please don't be Quentin Nelson. I really wanted him.
I still haven't seen the Colts pick. I keep seeing
Nelson.
The pick is in, but the tweet.
Please don't be Quentin Nelson.
Colts
Please don't be Quentin Nelson. Please don't.
Colts are taking Quentin Nelson with the number 6 pick.
My heart hurts so bad. I wanted Quentin to be there.
All right, Coach, who's left? Who's left?
The only guy. If I can get Raquan here, if I get Raquan, I don't want Mika only because he does not fit a Vic Fangio defense.
So I think Cleveland, a lot of people pointed Minka to Cleveland, but I think with Minka, he's like a slot corner, and he's not really a safety. He's just kind of tweener.
So if it's for me, it's either Raquan or you give me the big kid from West Virginia. No, it was Tremaine.
Tremaine Edmond, yeah.
Was he West Virginia?
I don't know where he comes from, to be honest with you.
I think he's West Virginia. I'm not 100% sure on that. So he's
the next best pass rusher.
Mm-hmm. And I think with his size at 6'4", he reminds me of a young Brian.
Kind of. He's strong. That's what I know about him. He's really strong.
Man. So if they get him, and the Colts added Matt Slauson, who's a former Bear, really good center guard guy. And he'll show up to work every day. He's not going to dominate anybody, but he'll do his job.
How are you guys on the defensive line, like inside?
They don't have a lot there.
You want like Vita Vea? What about Derwin James? Or you guys have safeties?
We have safeties.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Roquan. Roquan's got to be our pick. But here's the thing: does he not go to Tampa right now? If I'm Tampa, he's the next pick.
You're gonna hate this. I'm gonna laugh at you. Would you take Josh Rosen? I think he's better than Mitch. I think he's better than.
I like Mitch better than all 4 QBs in this draft.
No way. That's homer-aid. That's homer-aid.
No. Here's the thing. I wanted Mitch last year. I just didn't want to trade up for him. I didn't like the trade. I love the player.
Mitch, I worry about Mitch.
My stream is
when you watch Mitch's film.
I did watch Mitch's film.
Mitch has that arm. Like, it's a good arm.
It's
accurate.
It's a good arm. And it's not like
I would put him.
Overall pick.
He reminds me of Aaron Rodgers across.
No
the board.
way. I was gonna say like Brian Hoyer.
He reminds me of Rodgers across the board.
That's crazy talk. You're insane.
Watch the passes he makes on the run.
Like Roger arm.
Oh yeah.
No.
I think it's quicker too.
No, it's not.
I do.
You can think it. It doesn't make it true.
If you watch what he did when he had
Buffalo's
Cam Meredith.
Buffalo's coming up to 7.
No way. So the trade coming?
Yep. Buffalo's moving up to 7. They're coming up to get Rosen. Here goes Rosie.
I didn't know all this crap before it even.
Do you want me to send you the link to my Twitter list so you can look at it?
Yeah, bruh.
All right, here you go.
Like, Mitch just does a lot of good things. That's all I'm saying. And I like what he has.
I liked Mitch last year. I was actually kind of torn on him and the other QBs. I definitely wasn't taking any of them over Myles Garrett. But
no, yeah, not
in all honesty, I think Mitch and Baker would probably be similar rankings for me, but I would have had Darnold and Rosen over all of them for sure.
Because Mitch is what? Mitch is 6'2", 6'3"?
Yeah, Mitch had good size. My problem with Mitch is he played a lot. Well, one, in North Carolina, he had really good receivers. He doesn't get nearly like not a lot of people talk about that. His receivers are great, and he had a lot of scripted reads. He did a lot of bootleg and a lot of 1.5 throws. And I think you saw that last year in Chicago. They really kind of kept him. You know, they really kind of put the safety on him. They're like,
here's the thing: his college receivers were better than his NFL receivers last year.
That's true. His college receivers were really good. So I was real worried about him because, you know, he's a Cleveland kid. Like, he's an Ohio kid, and all the people in Cleveland wanted to draft him. And I was like, there's no way in hell I'm taking Mitchell Trubisky over Myles Garrett. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, not over Myles. But no, I love him. He's got a good release. It's fast. It is
a fast
run so well.
He does that. That is probably his best attribute. He moves well. But that's kind of where I always thought, like, Brian Hoyer. He's like Brian Hoyer. His arm might be better, but it's definitely not. He's not Aaron Rodgers' elite arm.
I feel like he's closer to Aaron than he is Brian Hoyer.
No.
Because Brian still can't make an out throw.
No, he can. He can. I've seen him.
You play too much.
I've seen him. I saw him do it. Remember, he won 7 games. He went 7-9 in Cleveland.
That's true. Well, he was a Bear for a minute. We had him for almost 5 games.
Mm-hmm. But he also, now in your defense, he also had Josh Gordon running, and it's easier to throw to Josh Gordon than most other people.
That might be it, because he was not fun to watch. I was not enjoying it. I was like, what are you doing, man? What is the plan here?
Yeah. I'm still refreshing here. I'm on a commercial break.
So is that trade in?
Yeah, they're on the clock.
Yeah, they've taken Allen.
3 minutes.
Rosen's still on the board. They took Allen.
Buffalo's taking Allen?
They came up for Allen. Rosen's still falling. Rosen's going to go to Miami. Dude, how awesome is that if you're the Dolphins and Rosen is just falling to you? You're just sitting there. You're just going to take Josh Rosen.
Dude, Rosen's got the Aaron Rodgers face. Do you remember that from his draft?
I do.
Guys, is anyone going to pick me, guys?
Yeah.
My wife doesn't like Rosen because he has a huge nose. She saw him earlier, and she's like, look at his nose.
She's right.
I feel like every owner of a football team should have their wife in there to judge how their players look before they take them.
So what did Buffalo give up in this trade?
That's what I still haven't seen yet.
Had to have been at least one of those seconds, at the least.
Oh, for sure. I think it's 12, 22, a second, maybe a third. Because 12-7 is still a hop. All right, hang on. The Bills are giving up 2 second-round picks and number 12 to move it to 7. So they're keeping 23. Wow. So they're giving up 2 seconds to go from 12 to 7. I would have demanded 23. Maybe that's why they didn't make the deal with the Browns, because there's no way in hell I would have moved down. I'm like, no, you're going to give me 12, 23, and those 2 seconds. For sure. At the very least, you'd be lucky I don't ask you for a third. Wow.
Well, the Colts O-line it's really good now with him and then Ryan Kelly from a few years back.
You know what?
Kelly's not as strong as I would have liked for a player, though.
Since I've done this before and I've kind of been in your spot, Jacob, how do you feel about taking an offensive lineman? Because the year the Browns took Thomas, and I knew Thomas was legit and Hall of Famer and all that, I still wanted them to take Adrian Peterson, and even today, I still would have taken Adrian Peterson. Like, there's something about taking offensive linemen, even when they're great, it's like, I don't need my offensive lineman to be great to win, though.
Yeah, it's just not sexy, you know?
Yeah, I know.
There's nothing exciting about it. I'm more peeved that we were just so close to getting Chubb, like he was teased right in our face, you know? One pick away and didn't happen. I mean, I know it's a good pick. It's just not sexy, and this whole thing's about excitement, and you want to get excited. So, I mean, I just hope like I said, my issue is I don't know the rest about whoever's out there. We have 3 second-round draft picks this year from that trade we made.
Oh, and so let me help you here and I'm just a former high school scout, so by no means am I an expert, but I did this for a long time. I evaluated players and I ranked them. This is what I did for a long time, 5.5 years. I worked combines. I did elite events. I traveled.
Wow.
This year's draft class from about pick 15 all the way to about pick 60 are about equal grades. So those 3 second-round picks are basically 3 back half first-round picks. Like,
that's good.
This year's elite class is the top 11, depending on what you think about quarterbacks. Maybe the top 9 if you don't count quarterbacks. That's the elite players. Like Quentin Nelson's an elite player. Bradley Chubb's an elite player. Denzel Ward are elite player. Those are the best players this draft has to offer. Once you get past like Vea, Roquan, maybe Minka. Minka's kind of like that edge tweener. Once you get past them, everybody's the same until the 3rd round. They're all basically you're just filling in needs from
there. God. Please don't. Please. No Mika. Don't take Mika. Whatever you do, don't take Mika. I'm begging you.
I was scared about him. There are a lot of people in Cleveland that like Minka. And I like Minka too, but I think I just think he's a slot corner. I think at the end of the day, after his first 2 years of experience, I think he plays slot corner.
Don't take Mika. Don't take Mika.
Ooh, this is a really good tweet. Ben Axelrod goes, I wonder what teams know about Josh Rosen that we don't. I think, you know what I think it is? I think it's that repaired shoulder that he's had work on 3 times in a row. Like, that was my only worry with Rosen is I don't mind his attitude. I don't mind his lack of movement. I mind that he's basically always hurt. That's my biggest fear with Rosie.
See, what makes me nervous about Rosen is, dude, the way he stands up in the pocket, he's begging to get destroyed.
Oh, yeah, and he does routinely get destroyed, and his body's not built for it. You know what? A credit to Baker Mayfield, dude's thick. He'd take a hit. Like he'd take a hit, bounce right back up. I like that. So can Allen, and so can Darnold. Yeah, Rosen definitely can't. And in the league, that matters. I feel like college football fans don't think about that. In the league, that matters. When Bradley Chubb and Myles Garrett and Von Miller are teeing off in your quarterback, dude, having some weight to you means something. Ask Jacob with Andrew Luck over there.
Just not me.
Yeah, and we need it. I mean, back in the Manning days, Manning never got touched half the time. You know what I mean?
That's true. And then that's smart. You got a guy like Manning, you make sure you do everything you can.
Even think about the offensive line because they weren't an issue. Manning was fine. So when you don't hear about the O-line because your quarterback's doing good, then that tells you have a good O-line.
Yeah.
And I mean, I was a lineman my whole life, so I know how valuable they are. So
my boss played a center for Tulane. And I constantly make fun of him all the time because he loves Matt Forte for one. So there's your Bears reference. He's legit.
Forte's the man.
He is the man. He's really good. Underappreciated player, probably Hall of Fame worthy. But I was telling him he doesn't really watch football anymore, and he's just like, after playing it for so many years, like it's just worn it out of me. And I was like, well, that's because you played center. You just get your tail kicked in for every minute of every game. It's just a brutal way to play football. Taping up your hands and all that. Oh,
Still select Josh Allen, huh?
Bears pick is in.
Just not Mika. Just not Mika. Please. Anybody but Mika. Don't give me Mika.
Oh, so think about this. Buffalo, after all their trades and moves, instead of having Tyrod Taylor in their picks, they end up with A.J. McCarron and Josh Allen. How do you feel about that?
I feel like in 2 years, if Josh Allen really is as strong and is smart and hardworking, he's going to be in a good chance.
When you see Josh Allen, here's the thing, Coach. At some point in time, you're going to watch him play. When you see him roll out to his right and throw a 65-yard bullet to the left side of the field, you're going to go, oh, my God.
I've seen Cutler do that from his knees.
Yeah, well, he's better than Cutler. Or at least he's got better physical tools.
He might read better. I'm telling you, Cutler's
No. Cutler is a better quarterback for sure.
Yeah.
Coming out for sure. But Allen has he's got better tools.
Yeah.
Oh, they got Roquan.
He's faster, he's bigger. He throws it harder. You got to love. That's a great pick. Anybody getting Roquan should be super happy.
Yes.
Dude, Roquan's so good.
So we just got the best linebacker in the draft. That's
true. That's true.
Right in front of the 49ers, whose linebacker is currently on his way to prison. Good old Reuben Foster.
That's true. I wonder how Jace feels about that. I wonder if he was hoping for Roquan.
I'm sure they were, because you got to replace that guy.
Well, they're saying that the Bears are about to pick Roquan.
Roquan is the new wave of
like right now, like the pick is in, but they're saying that
he can fly too.
He can cover,
Oh man.
That's the thing that you remember. I was telling you the other night. Like I fell in love with Levante David, and that's who I wanted the most. Roquan is like a better version of him. Yeah. Like he's him, but better. And
he's taller too, isn't he? He's not like a 6 foot even. He's
6'1". I think they're about the same height. Okay. I just think Roquan's more athletic. He's more twitchy. I like Roquan. He's a thumper, dude. He plays hard. I like him.
We got Roquan. Oh, I love it.
Who's up next? San Fran, Oakland. Who do you think Oakland goes with?
If I'm Oakland, I bet if I'm
Minka?
Oakland, Ridley's probably the pick I make.
They could go Minka. I'm trying to think like Chucky would think. That's in my mind. I'm like, who would he want?
That's why I went with the wide receiver.
You think so? I think he's a defensive dude.
Yeah.
Maybe Marcus Davenport.
Look at that suit. That suit and that red is just.
He's strong as can be.
Oh, welcome to the Bears, Roke. Welcome to the Bears.
Yeah, Coach. Now y'all got Roquan and Leonard there.
Yep.
All
the
right,
Roke and Floyd show.
I'll let you go. I was just letting you know.
I wonder if my Browns will come back up.
Yeah, he's 6'1".
Yeah.
But that 4.51 is nasty.
Oh, I told you, he's fast, he's twitchy. And you know, the thing that I like about him, he tracks and he never gives up. If you watch Georgia play, he's almost in every play. I'm telling you, he's got that David. He's got that David mentality, dude.
I don't know how he can get back there.
He hawks. You know how? Because he's a new linebacker. He's not 6'3", 260. He's 6'1", 245. Like, he can move. Dude, you can't hold him up.
Fangio is flipping out right now. Fangio now gets to put him next to Trevathan, who Danny Trevathan plays the exact same way.
It's a good pick.
He's in every play. So, oof. Now the sad thing is, V is the guy I want. We need a nose tackle because Goldman's not going to make it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
There's the dogs in Athens, baby.
Is there any way the Bears get back up and around to get him?
What about there's another one. What about the Alabama tackle? He might be there later.
He might fall.
He's good. So, I'm thinking I'm wondering how far until we hear Mike McGlinchey's name because I'd like to come up and get him.
Oh, okay. All right, bye.
Yeah, Coach. Speaking of Georgia players, did you watch Isaiah Wynn?
I did.
Do you think he can play tackle? I think he can play tackle.
I think he would be solid. Yeah.
Yeah. So do I. I would like if the Browns stay where they are with those 2 picks at the top of the second. I wouldn't mind taking him and letting him play tackle, and just play him where Joe Thomas played. I think he could hold his own. He's not gonna be Joe Thomas, but I think he'd be okay.
I'm sad we didn't get Nelson, but I also did not think we would have a chance at picking up Roquan. I totally thought. No, see, I was like, there's no way Tampa lets him go because the linebacker needs they have. So this trade, this is the best ever.
Bam. You're welcome.
That's good. It's good you feel that way. I'm listening to Hugh Jackson talk about how much he's going to love Baker Mayfield and Denzel Ward right now. I hate coach speak. They don't say anything. They just talk.
Yeah, we did this because we did.
How much? I think all fans would love it if their general manager or coach came out and be like, "I love that Baker grabbed his crotch. I can't wait for him to do that. I can't wait for him to do that to the Steelers week 1. You know, I would love for somebody to just own it.
Yeah,
I want him. I want him to want to beat other teams. Show some emotion. Show some grit. Be real for once. Roquan, Jason Lockenforth says the 49ers wanted Roquan. So probably Edmonds should be coming up next.
Edmonds, yeah, he's solid.
Yeah.
It's on the bet pick.
He's stronger than Roquan. He's strong. That's the thing about that's the thing with Tremaine that I see that almost immediately on tape. You don't stand him up, he stands you up. He stands up tackle. He's strong.
What do you think of Nintendo's new president?
I love him only because he likes Golf Story. That's all I needed to know. They're like, "What's your favorite game?" He's like, "Golf Story." I'm like, "That's my guy. We're good." I like this man.
He speaks fluent English, so that's pretty helpful.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, you're right. Iwata spoke English too, right?
Yeah,
lightly.
He did.
It's like Miyamoto, like lightly.
Yeah. The puppies need a walk, so I'm gonna jump off.
Sure.
Because me and Lace got home very late. So I'll be back hopefully soon.
Okay.
If
it's
not,
a standing link. We'll be here until everybody leaves.
All right. Later, family.
See ya.
See ya.
But yeah, I mean, we won't know until he starts putting his imprint on the company. I do like that he used to be a part of the Pokemon company. That's good. I hope that maybe that means that he understands, or I'm sure that means he understands how important Pokemon is to the library. So.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, like you don't get to be on the Pokemon board unless you know that. So I like that. What's that?
Golf.
Golf. I might play mine too.
We're
I'm San Francisco.
I was a little surprised that Kimishima already stepped down, but I know he was in.
Who the heck? That kid out of Notre Dame? Mike McGlinchey.
Did he just go?
Yeah.
He was on my want list maybe later. I was hoping he'd fall a bit.
Mike Will.
He's a big kid.
Yeah, he plays good tackle.
God, he's 6'7" and 7'8". Can we just call him 6'8"?
You know, I always love how the articles that come out about why they need to pick this certain player or why the Colts needed this guard. When I know, like, all the media has been around here, is everyone's been saying, I can't get it around my head to pick a guard at number 6, no matter how good he is. But now all the articles go, it's perfect pick. I'm like, they probably have like 10 draft copies of if they would have got this guy or that guy, right?
Yeah.
Andrew Luck, number one reason, or 2 words, Andrew Luck, is why I knew they'd get Quentin Nelson. Shut up. You did not. They're ranked, and if Bradley Chubb would have survived, I guarantee you they would have taken him.
Oh, crap.
Honestly, man, I feel like our biggest needs are defense. We have no threat on defense. Nothing.
So I agree with you, but I agree with you that, like, to win games, you need more defense. Your biggest need, though, is to make sure that Andrew Luck stays upright. He's been injured too much. Like, you've got to give him a little.
Sure.
You got to give him a little protection, and then start working your defense. But absolutely,
Donnie, where's the tournament code?
Ooh, let me go look that up. Quentin Nelson was the best pick for you, to be honest with you, Jacob. You should be excited. I know it's not exciting, but Quentin Nelson's going to be he's probably a Hall of Fame player. He's that good.
Yeah, and I believe it. I mean, I definitely believe it, and I'm happy for it. I just want to know how we're going to pick the defense.
Well, you got 3 second rounders. Like, you're going to go corner, linebacker, edge rusher.
Oh, the Raiders just traded their pick to the Cards.
Ooh, they're coming up to get Rosen then. Yeah, they've got to be. That's got to be Rosen then. Looking for the code now, Caroline.
I wonder who we'll get. I literally have no clue who's coming up.
The Cardinals?
No, I'm sorry, for the Colts when in the second round. I don't know.
You don't know the guys?
Yeah, I mean,
I got you.
Everyone's talked about just the top 3 picks here because we were in that thing. So I really don't know beyond them.
There's going to be a lot of good ones. It's going to be depending. This is a deep draft for linebackers, tackles, and corners. Really good draft for corners and safeties.
I know Ballard.
Not a good draft for defensive ends. Like, if you want a defensive end, you're kind of out of luck right now. They're not so great from here on out.
We need definitely a pass rusher, but
so some guys to keep on your mind, maybe for the second round. You could get Sam Hubbard, who was the opposite lineman from Ohio State. He tests out really well. Arden Key, who was a pass rusher for LSU, who terrorized folks. He's light in weight size, but anybody that watched LSU play football knows who Arden Key is. Like, he proves it on the field. Josh Sweat.
Well, I know we're switching to that 3-4 or 4-3. We're switching back to the defense we used to have back in the Dungy days, basically. So
4-3.
Yeah.
So that'll help. That'll help, especially with a guy like Sam Hubbard. Sam Hubbard fits that better. On the tackle side, like as an interior stuff, you could get like Taven Bryan. Let's see here. It's not a whole lot of names I like here. I just know it's Mo Hurst from Michigan. He was pretty good. But yeah, it's really not. It's not the best defensive edge rusher class. Like the edge rushers are kind of gone. Like maybe like Rashaan Evans or like Van Der Esch, but I don't think they're going to be there for you in the second. I think they're going to go before this round is over.
Right.
But there are good defenders, dude. Like I love some defenders, and Fred Warner from BYU is a tackling machine. Josie Jewell is a tackling machine. There are good defenders in here. You should still be excited. Like corners, there are great corners in this class. Like all the way down through the 3rd, 4th round, you can get good corners. Right. So if you need defense, they're here. Safeties, a lot of good safeties. Like they're here.
Cool.
You just got to go get them.
Definitely think we might be a lot better at running the ball inside now.
Oh, you could get Lorenzo Carter, who's a guy that both Coach Mo and I like. He's from Georgia.
Okay.
He's an outside linebacker.
Too, damn it. He's mine.
Jerome Baker. Shaq Griffin, who's the dude that plays with one arm. Have you seen him?
Yes.
Dude tore it up. Like he'll be there and he'll whoever drafts him will get a better player than where they draft him at, because nobody's gonna take him because with one arm, and he's way better than that. He's better than most people too.
I've heard a lot about him. He's
good.
Intriguing.
That's the thing, is people are using him as a story, and that's overshadowing the fact that he's actually good. Like he's a really good player.
Oh my god, I'm restarting.
Say hi.
Mario.
Point 2. Hi. Oh my gosh, she's adorable.
Say thank you.
She is so cute.
Thank you.
Oh.
She said hi on our episode this week.
Oh,
she
you get her to record a voiceover for you guys.
Oh yeah, we were recording and she literally busted open my door, barn door. She just opened herself and ran in here and said hi. And then Mom finally ran in here after her and got her.
Oh.
She's adorable. She's about to be a big sissy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have another baby sometime, and December 2nd is the due date. So
that's a good time. I'm a December 8th baby.
Okay. My guess is baby would probably come a little early, so probably tail end of November, but
oh.
Yeah, Riley was a couple weeks early. Yeah.
Caroline, you're gonna love this.
Mm-hmm.
General Manager Dorsey at the podium about Baker. He goes, "I think Baker is a really neat kid. He's humble."
No.
Like I said, you were gonna like that one.
I didn't scare her, did I? Gosh, this
Honey,
wind
overall,
on this.
go ahead and rate Browns first round.
Who?
The Browns first round pick. Rate them.
I mean, it's gonna be hard because we don't know, but
I did it again.
If you're ranking it based on draft value, I mean, it's not like they didn't come away with good players. They came out with good players, but there's got to be a sense that they could have done better.
There goes Rosen.
So, B.
Think they could have done better.
The card.
Yeah, I mean, I think Sam Darnold and Chubb is better than Denzel Ward and Baker Mayfield. So I would give them, but that doesn't mean that Baker and Ward are bad. I mean, I'd always take the pass rusher over the corner, especially in this draft where the corners aren't that deep, and basically Bradley Chubb's like the only real edge rusher. Like Truman Edwards is good, but Bradley Chubb's a beast.
Yeah, he is.
He's a monster. And he's the only one. If you're not getting him, not a great edge rusher class.
Right.
So
yeah, they said he's the best center of the draft of that position in years.
Well, I think a lot of people grade him out like Clowney, like Myles Garrett. He's in that era, you know.
You're silly.
What is my deal? Okay, Donnie. Okay, I've replayed this. This is the third time I've done this first hole. First time, 0.3 within the hole. This is for birdie. 0.3, 0.5, 0.4. What's my deal? It needs to go in.
What's my deal? I want to check the scores before I post. Let's see where Josh or Jason got, because I know he was trying to come get me. I'm still at 9 and Jason's at 8. Callow got to 7 and Sean got to 7. So that's your threshold. I'm gonna see if I can't get to 10.
I thought you were at 10 under.
No, I'm at 9.
So,
gosh,
quick
this
question.
win.
They're not. This is a stupid question, but
there are no such things.
The front offices during the draft, they're not actually at the draft, right? Like they're
they're back at their facility and they send a representative to the draft.
Okay.
And it's like this weird like telephone. I why they don't have an email system, I don't understand, but like they call it into a person who writes it on a card and walks it up. It's ridiculous. It's like just pick it on the computer.
It's probably tradition by now.
I know it's dumb though.
Well, they get us to sit here and watch it, and it drags out for hours, and it makes them money. So that's why they do it.
That's true. And it's fun. I mean, I love I was a former scout. I love the draft. Especially I love watching kids that I scouted like get taken. That was great. There was like a 3 or 4 year run where I had like a first round pick every year. It was fun.
Yeah. Well, time to follow Quentin Nelson on Twitter now.
Oh no.
You gotta wait till they get drafted if they're coming.
Yeah, I already followed Baker.
Did you?
Why?
Because he's a quarterback of the Browns. He's my quarterback, Caroline.
I hope he gets messed up.
Jesus. He didn't do anything to you.
He exists.
He exists.
I'm really. Oh, it went around. Birdie the face tall.
And I like that he's also at least he is he's from an Indiana school, so that's cool. I
didn't know that. That's cool.
What the heck?
Notre Dame is Northern Indiana. So.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant like high school.
Yeah, I don't know.
For some reason, I thought you meant like from Indiana, not just from.
I don't know if he's born a Hoosier or not. It's possible if he went to an Indiana school. I mean, but you never know.
In all seriousness, Notre Dame should have joined the Big Ten. That was crap fest. They haven't joined the ACC like a bunch of sissies.
Yeah. Oh my God, this wind is terrible. At least I hit that power shot. Oh, that might have been a mistake.
Oh gosh, I love this time and I love free agency time. It's just the best. Probably my most favorite free agency time was the year Tropical Freeze got released. So it was 14. I had bought in that, and
D-Life joined the chat. Wow, there we go. We had a chat. He says he was raised in Indiana, about a block from Notre Dame. Do you also think they should have joined the Big Ten like I do? Because them joining the ACC as a part-time member that's BS. I 100% believe they didn't join the Big Ten because they didn't think they could hang. 100%.
Probably. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty stupid. They're right in the area of it all, too, you know?
Yeah, they didn't want to play Ohio State, Michigan State, Nebraska, and Iowa every year.
Are we talking about Notre Dame?
Yeah, they'd rather go play North Carolina State. No offense. No offense meant, but
so he's
like
born and raised.
ACC gave them a sweetheart deal. Like they play Clemson one year, they play Virginia Tech the next year, then they play like Wake Forest.
Dolphins pick. Oh, they took Minka.
Yeah, that sounds about right. It's about time for Mika to come off. Derwin James should be up next. Tremaine Edmonds.
Oh my God. Hey, nickname Coach Saban's son. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Vomit.
We got our guy. I'm sure you had 8 guys that were on every year.
In all seriousness, Jacob, if I was a Colts fan, if you were asking me, and I was a Colts fan today, I would have woke up wanting Quentin Nelson. That would have been the guy I wanted.
Fair
in
enough.
the spot you were in,
I almost
drafted, I would have wanted Quentin Nelson. And as Coach Mo said, Quentin Nelson is probably better than Nick Chubb. You should be excited. I just know it's not exciting drafting.
I am. You know, I am.
Most people, most experts, or at least especially the folks that I follow, and I follow a lot of them. I put the list in the thing if you want to look at them. Quentin Nelson's the #1 player on their board. I think he's the best player in the draft. Really? It's like him and Saquon Barkley.
That's good.
Yeah, I mean, you get the best player in the draft at what, 6? That's really good.
Do that, and then having him protect Andrew Luck. Tell you what, man.
He protect, he attack.
I'm not worried about Andrew Luck's shoulder. I think he's fine, honestly. I
hope so. I saw the other day he still isn't throwing yet. That's the part that scares me.
He hasn't been, but I mean, the story is he says.
Oh my gosh, I am just ruining this match.
It's led him to where he got, and he said he's just not doing it. He's not skipping any steps. So
Caroline has dropped it in from Eagle from 65 feet out.
Yeah, shut up. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I'm not doing well. I just need to practice some more. Is that the second hole where it's 11-mile-an-hour wind?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what's happening now anymore. I'm just trying to find stuff on Quentin Nelson.
He's like, I don't care who's going. The Bucks are up after they traded down.
I always get mad at free agency time too because I have all the guys I want, and then it starts, and then they're going to all the other teams. I'm like, no.
Yeah, as a Cleveland fan, I know how that feels.
I really wanted Mac from you guys back in the day.
Oh, Mac? He went to the Falcons?
Yeah, dude.
He's the real deal.
I really wanted him to come to the Colts.
Speaking of centers, there's a really good one in the draft this year from Ohio State named Billy Price. He tore his pec at the combine. I'd love to take him. If you need a center, you should take him too. He's great.
Ryan Kelly was our number 1 pick, like 3.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Yeah, I forgot you got him. Yeah, you don't need one then. He's good. You're good.
He is really good. So we got him at center. Now we got this guy at guard. Then we have
Quentin Nelson could play tackle if you need it. Yeah, he can. The reason he didn't play tackle is because Mike McGlinchey played tackle, the guy that just went at number 10.
Oh,
like it's not because he couldn't play tackle. It's because they had a good tackle. So they just had a great tackle and a great guard.
Wow. We still have Costanzo, who I think is okay. He's not playing up to the money they pay him, but
that's always the case.
He was really good when they drafted him. He was the last pick of the Napoleon era to get drafted. And he started right away. But I mean, if you have 3 out of your 5 linemen, it's pretty solid. I mean, that's decent, pretty decent.
You're doing better than most teams in the NFL at that point.
Yeah, well, they say it's mostly the college game, man. The college game is really ruining offensive linemen for the NFL level.
Well, until the NFL adapts and starts adopting some of the same things, yes. The old tackle that was like super huge and was a road grader, they don't need those guys anymore. They need people that can pull, people that can get out in space, people that can handle one-on-one blocking, leaner, more athletic tackles. Yeah. They're getting there. Like, I think one of the tackles you'll see go tonight, his name's Connor Williams. He got hurt at Texas, but when you see him on tape, he looks like a new tackle. He's a little lighter. He's a little faster.
Gotcha. Yeah. Heck yeah.
I don't miss doing it because it was a lot of work, but I do miss doing it. It was fun to do. I loved going to combines and Elite 11 events and working with the players. It was great. Alvin Kamara was the breakout star last year. I did all of his high school tape when he was a junior. So
there's this. Hey, Donnie, I don't know if I just retweeted this thing from ISC Indianapolis. It's Quentin Nelson, and he's choke slamming this defensive player to the ground.
Choke slamming.
I believe it.
Oh, it's pretty sweet, dude. It says retweet to welcome Big Q56. You see it? He's on the right side of the screen if you find it.
Yeah, Birdie it.
Ooh, my red light just came on.
Uh-oh. You hadn't charged it, huh? Mine sits on the charger all the time.
Oh! Damn it, I just messed up.
Man, this 13-mile-an-hour wind messed up my hole-in-one earlier. It rolled right past the thing and hit the flag.
I just messed up. I just messed up the whole round.
Baker picks stuns Browns fans. What Bleacher Report says.
Can't believe we picked Baker Mayfield.
So awful.
Once again, man, and we don't know. He could be great, but
it could be good. We'll see.
It's
but
like
Vita Vea.
Feels like the Browns are doing Browns things, is what it feels like.
Yep. Like I couldn't believe when they picked Johnny Manziel. Like
I just feel like this is another thing we're gonna go in a long list of things that people make fun of the Browns fans about.
Probably, dude.
That's what it feels like. It's like, remember you took Johnny and then you took Baker? What's the matter with you guys? I can see it already. I can see it.
Anyone could have seen all the flags with Johnny Manziel. All the flags.
That was an ownership problem. They thought they could sell, they thought they could sell it and make all this money. Like they were brand new owners at the time.
Stupid. Do you so you think Buffalo got the best QB, Allen?
I think Allen has the best physical tools for sure. He's not the best quarterback. He needs time. Just like DeShone Kizer last year, he needs time. He's got to learn. But
nice.
But if you've never seen scouting tape of Josh Allen, like he's the best arm strength I've seen since Brett Favre, or at least John Elway. And he's huge. He's 6'4" and he runs as fast as Cam Newton. Like he's legit. As a prospect, he's nuts. He's nuts. I am 6 under through 6.
I am 5 under through 5.
I missed a putt on 5 that could have got me to 6 on 5. That's what made me mad. D Life asks, how am I with the Browns picks? Man, it's a tale of two. Like I wanted Sam Darnold and Bradley Chubb. They took Baker Mayfield and they took Denzel Ward. There are things I like about Baker Mayfield. I think even for a short guy, I think he's got a live arm. He does work. The thing about Baker Mayfield that you missed, Jacob, that I do believe in, he works the middle of the field better than any of the quarterbacks in the draft. And that's something in the NFL you have to do. Like you have to play that way. The best quarterbacks do. He throws tight end slants, things across the middle, mesh routes, crossing routes. He's the best in the draft today. He's super accurate. But I worry about him. He's small. He's the shortest. He's the oldest quarterback in the draft. That's necessarily not something you typically take number 1 overall. He also has his attitude issues, which Caroline hates and wishes he didn't exist because of. And but more importantly for me, he's a Big 12 quarterback who plays in the Big 12 against defenses that don't play defense. And his offensive, his head coach, Lincoln Riley, is one of the best. He's the best play caller in college football. I'll say that. Nobody can compare with Lincoln Riley calling plays. He's the best. So I worry about how much of it is Baker Mayfield versus how much of it is Lincoln Riley.
Yeah.
Like, what is Baker Mayfield? Is Baker Mayfield Colt McCoy or Drew Brees? I don't know. Nobody knows. But I think there's a lot of risk there that wasn't there with Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
Wasn't there with Josh Rosen. Those two guys were cleaner prospects. Now, Denzel Ward is the best cover in the corner in the draft. I've seen it. He is great. He can man his own island. He can cover any wide receiver. But you also could have had the best pass rusher in the draft. And pass rushers have more value than corners. So who knows? That's how I feel. It's bittersweet. If the new players play good, I won't care. But based at face value at the draft, I think we could have done better.
No.
Here you go. Ohio State DBU. Ohio State's 2016 starting secondary. Marshawn Lattimore, first-round pick. Garyon Conley, first-round pick. Denzel Ward, first-round pick. Malik Hooker, first-round pick. Damon Webb will be drafted next year. So all of our cornerbacks and safeties from 2016 have all been drafted in the first round.
That's a rough putt.
I had to turn it off because I was waiting for Mo or Jacob to come back so I could get up and go. I didn't want to just leave you here. Hear yourself playing Mario Golf. But I needed to go put mine on the charger. So let me go grab my charger and I'll be back.
That's fine. Crap. don't know.
I was asking one of my neighbors who watches.
Oh, it's the NFL or it's the NBA playoffs. Dang it! One off of Donnie's 8 under par for a 9-hole course, meaning I birdied everything but one. Donnie has, of course, 9 under par on a 9-hole course. Let me try again. Wow, hi, Papag. Oh, you come up here, Mama? Hey, you come here and sit in Mama's lap? You sit in Mama's lap? You come here, sit. You come here, sit. Whoop-de-doo. Okay, you come here and sit. You come here, sit. I love you. Mine. Oh. You're drooling on my screen.
Man, nobody came back yet?
Nobody came back?
Jeez.
All right, so, oh, you left again.
Folks just got up and left Carolina.
Ooh. All right, I hit the green on hole 2. I got 8 under for my first one. I'm going to try and beat you, or at least tie you for 9 under par.
Nice. Nice. Very nice.
Sweet kitty. What did Jason have? 8 under too?
8.
So that's you, me, and him.
I'm going to try to finish this before it dies.
I have a happy kitty cat with me.
Man.
What are you laughing at?
Just
Okay. Sorry, had to do some daddy work.
sure if you've seen the Markiplier meme, but like,
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, good.
I'm 7 through 7.
Nice.
I mean, that's just the entire meme. It's that.
Oh, God. Oh. Okay. That was my, oh, well, it left. You know, you said you hit one out from 60? 69, and I got it within a yard.
Nice. Do you see Sean Capri had a hole-in-one this tournament?
I did.
It's always awesome.
I have a very lovely kitty cat. Pippa.
Oh, be the right club. It's not.
Lovey. You go see Daddy?
Oh, I left it short. Damn it. I'm gonna finish 9 again. I'm just gonna quit. Here I am, played 9 holes. I'm just gonna quit. I had 2 birdie putts that I had to make, like that I could have made, and I just missed them. Damn it.
That's possible that we could get as 11 under, right?
I can get to
12 under maybe.
If I wanted to sit here and play like I did in an international tournament or play like I did last week, I could easily get to 10 or 11 if I really wanted to. I definitely know I could get to 10, but I don't want to like sit here and just grind out Mario Golf Lovers forever. D-Life likes what the Browns did, apparently. He thinks they're getting pretty nice. That'll depend on what you think about Baker. Some think Baker's the next Drew Brees. We'll see. If he is the next Drew Brees, we're amazing. We're good. Nintendo just sent out a press release for their E3 plans.
Oh, dang.
Did there?
Did you hear that, Jacob?
What'd you say?
The Nintendo just sent out a press release for their E3 plans.
Oh, what is it?
They got the Splatoon 2 World Championship. They got a video presentation that starts at 9 a.m. Pacific, Nintendo Treehouse Live, and then the Super Smash Bros. Invitational. They've got details for each one. It does not give away any like announcements or teases.
Put in my time off for the day.
Did they say what day the live video direct will be on?
The direct is on the 12th. The Smash Champ. Everything's on the 12th. Everything's on the 12th.
Oh.
Which is Treehouse, like
they do like spot. They do like.
And that's what in that Caroline. That's Tuesday, right?
Yeah, it's Tuesday.
They're always on Tuesday.
On Wednesday and Thursday too.
Yeah.
Get off my desk.
Okay.
That artist wants to
You're gonna break stuff. Get off the desk. It's not a table.
Oh, did you? I'm not sure if you guys saw it, but Vita Vea went, and then as soon as he went, the Redskins traded up to get Deron Payne to get the other tackles. So there goes coach's chances for tackles.
I saw the Saints just gave up something big time to move up for somebody.
Oh, did the Saints? Oh, wow! I didn't see that. Let me go look.
They gave up like their first rounder for next year. I know that. This is the problem about having a little kid. They want to destroy everything when they're on your lap. They have to have whatever you're holding. Stop it. I got to do something, honey. So the 12th, yes, that's a Tuesday. Now I can take it off work. I was really nervous.
Yeah, we're off. We're gonna live stream. We're gonna do live stream and dude, Plaxico Burress. You guys know him, right? The wide receiver. Yeah. He just said Browns are gonna have the first pick again next year. The Saints traded this year's one, next year's one, and a fifth to move up to Green Bay's pick. Dude,
wow.
That's insane. Why did they trade so much? Where were they?
Traded in the top 10.
They weren't that far away though.
Right.
They must really want somebody.
I hope they didn't give up 2 first-round picks for Marcus Davenport. I like Marcus Davenport, but not that much. That's insane.
Oh. Yeah, we will. Every year we just have like a big like food hangout because most of us are here local, so everyone takes off work and we get together. Oh, stop!
Crap.
And we'll have a bunch of food and hang out and play video games and watch the presentation live, and then we'll do a live recording afterwards of our reactions.
That's cool. Yeah, that's not all that different. Like we do live reactions over the show.
Yeah.
And then we all do our own little we all do our podcast that week. So
yeah.
We do live reactions over the show, and then we split into groups and everybody takes a presentation. So Kevin will do like Bethesda, like typically we'll fold Bethesda into like PSVG. Jason and I'll grab Nintendo, Caroline, and then we'll have an Xbox, PlayStation show, and we'll do all that.
All right, here comes the draft for the thing.
I will say
they're gonna take. I think they're gonna take Davenport.
I watched other presentations besides Nintendo.
I'm sorry.
Last year was the first time at E3 where I
sure
actually
did.
watched other presentations besides just Nintendo.
The first time? Wow. Oh man, I've been watching every presentation from everybody for since 2005.
I mean,
Davenport.
strictly, but since
That's crazy. You know where he's from, the University of Texas, San Antonio.
Yeah, I know.
Like he turned heads at the Senior Bowl, but I mean, like, you talk about a risk.
Yeah, no kidding.
I'm tweeting you in all these sweet.
I'm gonna kick your ass, dude.
I keep seeing.
Yeah, I see them. I was trying to like them as they came through.
She's mine.
Small school, big talent. Saints trade up for Marcus Davenport. We'll see. Marcus Davenport, yeah, he is from a small school. He is athletically gifted. He meets the measurables, but we'll see what happens when he goes up against real tackles.
Can't believe he gets picked over
I still don't think you give up 2 firsts for that guy. That's insane. Give 2 firsts for Bradley Chubb, not Marcus Davenport.
Right.
It's like, what are you doing?
Hey, to be fair, the Saints aren't a very good organization either. So
that is true. That is true. They fell into some luck with Breeze, and had that not happened, there's no telling what would have happened.
Absolutely. They fell in tremendous luck with Breeze and that small little stint that they had to the Super Bowl, but ever since then, I hate their coach. I think their coach is
I like Sean Payton. He's a really good play caller.
I don't like him as a person. I think he's
bad.
You'll hear that as a common thread with me. I try to let the personal things not interfere too much with my, judgment of them as doing their job. Josh Gordon isn't a good person, but boy, he's a hell of a wide receiver. He can catch balls.
The Dungy days, it kind of set the trend on what I grew up with.
Tony Dungy was infallible.
He what?
Tony Dungy was infallible. Like he had no nothing. There was nothing bad about him ever.
No.
He was like him and Jim Tressel. I always put in the same space. They were just super perfect. And then Tressel got fired.
Oh yeah.
Which I still don't blame him for.
Tampa, don't forget. Originally was fired from Tampa, and we picked him up.
Yeah.
I still believe that John Gruden's Super Bowl came from Tony Dungy's team. I mean,
there's a lot of people that think that, but didn't Gruden took the Raiders to the Super Bowl too? They just lost, right?
I'm not sure. I know he took them really close. Remember that famous Patriot game in the snow where they thought Brady?
No, wait a minute. The year that the Raiders, didn't they go to the Super Bowl with Rich Gannon?
I'm honestly not sure.
I think so, yeah. And he was the coach of them too. So Chucky's a good coach. He's not – that contract that Oakland gave him is insane, but he's a good coach. He used to be anyway. That's the thing that I worry about him is this is a different league. It's a different day. He is a long time ago. I'd be interested to see if he can –
try to bring old school ball back into it.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see if he can find some success. I think that was Saban's issue. When Saban came to NFL, Saban brought all his college stuff with him, and it's like, dude, it's a different game, man. It's not 1998 anymore.
Right. Riley. People are talking.
There's a picture of these two dudes high-fiving over Marcus Davenport being picked.
Wow.
I'm glad I'm not the only one. Now I'm scrolling through that feed I sent you, and there's a lot of writers and scouts and stuff. They're like, man, they traded a lot for Marcus Davenport. It makes me feel better. It makes me feel like I haven't lost it yet. I thought that was the first thing I thought of. They did not just trade all that to go get Marcus Davenport. Yeah, they did. Well, if you got the guy you want, I guess that's all that matters. If you've got a guy you want, go get him.
What are you smirking about?
Trade me talking about that Lord Farquaad made.
Oh.
I need a best available player list.
You're just smirking. I'm like,
based on what I just showed you,
yeah, I'm sure you're looking at more lewds.
At lewds?
Yeah, Ryan.
Lewd.
Showing me lewds. Just artist drawings of characters and.
I saw some sexy drawings of Shantae earlier.
Oh, did you?
I did. I'm going to go find them now. Send them to you.
I keep screwing up. My -8 is the best for the night. I'm tired. I keep yawning.
There we go. Copy link. Chat to Caroline.
What is this?
Those are the pictures that I was looking at earlier.
I mean, they're not that bad compared to what Brian was showing me.
Yeah. No, they're not pornographic.
Brian was showing me some stuff. You want to see Shantae? Come here. I don't want to turn the thing over. Oh, yeah. Approved.
I sent my wife a very funny, not safe for work tweet that I found the other day. It was hilarious. The Raiders select Colton Miller.
Yeah.
Hey, who was that guy who was trashing my Colts earlier today?
Who's that?
On Twitter.
Oh, that's John. Yeah, he's a friend of mine. We met at the NBA draft in New York.
That guy's crazy.
I think it's John. Is it Roof? RUIF?
I think so. He's a Browns fan, I think.
Yeah, that's John.
He's crazy. Like, yes, I
think he's right. The Colts are not the best franchise outside of the Manning era. Like in that regard, he's kind of right. And in the Luck era, you guys have really like churned through some draft picks that haven't done a lot. So like
Rickson was terrible. I mean, I think there's only 3 players from all the draft picks from the Grigson-Pagano era that are still in the NFL.
Yeah, Pagano. That was a really bad thing. And I mean, I know that we're a Browns fan, so we have nowhere to, we have nothing to say for, but from a scouting perspective, you've done very little to help Luck since you've drafted Luck.
Correct. And I firmly admit that.
I think that's what he's meaning.
And we're truly blessed that we got Manning and Luck.
I'm so upset you got Luck because we should have had Luck. Like, the only reason we don't have Luck is because we didn't beat you guys. That is ridiculous. Go Browns.
I remember that year. Suck for Luck.
I hated that. I was so upset when we were beating you guys because the coach was like, if we beat the Colts, we'll save our job. I was like, no, you won't. You'll lose your job and we'll lose Luck. This is twofold bad. Stop it.
True. Now, from the Manning era, I mean, you can't forget. I mean, like
from the Manning era, you guys were stacked. So many great players that
we drafted super great.
Yeah, you did.
Wayne.
And who was that? Is it Polian?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, his whole tree. Yeah, his whole tree is good. No, I don't think he was saying that. I think he was saying outside of that. Like even before that, like before the Manning era, like the Colts are outside. If you strip Manning away from it, it's like if you strip Jim Brown from the Browns, outside of Manning, like the Colts are historically bad.
Well, they were good in Baltimore.
Yeah, if you want to count that, but yeah, kind of.
Then they win a couple Super Bowls with Baltimore.
2, maybe, I think.
Yeah, they have a decent history, better than a lot of other NFL teams. Cardinals have only gone to 1 Super Bowl, and they haven't even won it.
Yep.
Don't get me wrong. I understand that there have been some rough years, especially when they first came to Indy. They were trash.
Yeah, they were bad.
Very bad. And the Manning years turned that around. But those Manning years, great players.
They were great. Oh, man, I would trade everything in the world to see anything like that in Cleveland.
Oh, man, super cool. And that's the era I grew up with. I mean, when I was in middle school.
And you've got that sweet stadium. You got the house that Manning built and all that. Yeah, it's good stuff, man. You should be proud.
Absolutely.
Don't worry about what.
Back there. We have the opportunity to get back there with Andrew. And I think they're trying to correct that. I like Frank Wright. I like Chris Ballard.
Chris Ballard comes from John Dorsey's tree, our general manager. He worked for our GM.
Oh, okay.
I like. I'm a little concerned that you've missed the window with Luck. That's my only concern with them right now is that this could be an ongoing trend. He just seems to stay hurt now, and it's hard to bounce back from that. There's very rarely does a quarterback come back from that. They do, but it's not commonplace.
I don't know. Time will tell, I guess, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Nobody knows. Baker Mayfield made me awesome. In 3 years, and we all look like a bunch of idiots. Got in this YouTube video and be like, I can't believe you didn't like Baker Mayfield. Yeah, nobody. You never know until you know.
Absolutely.
Oh, I know. It's an intuition thing I have.
How many players go in like the
Right
fourth
on
round?
I've been right and wrong. So like players, like especially on the quarterback side, I think I have a pretty good track record with quarterbacks for the most part. Quarterbacks that I absolutely adored that I wanted the Browns to take. Number one, first and foremost, was Derek Carr. I wanted Derek Carr so bad. I've got tweets that back it up. I wanted the Browns to pick Derek Carr at 6, and he didn't get picked until like 39th. Like the Browns passed on him twice. I was so upset. I really wanted Russell Wilson. The year that Russell Wilson came out, I wanted him so bad. Like I've got 15 tweets of every round of every time they passed on Russell Wilson. It blew me away that they passed on him. But I also liked Mike Glennon. I didn't want Mike Glennon in the first or anything like that, but I liked Mike Glennon in like the third. And I was upset that they passed on him. And Mike Glennon was not so great last year. Mike Glennon kind of sucked. So, I mean, you hit and miss. No, like I think a good talent evaluator hits on half. That's typically like the going rate. If you hit on 50% of your picks, you're doing pretty good. I loved Levante David, but I also liked Barkevius Mingo, and Mingo was a complete bust. He did not do very well. He's still a pro, but he didn't do very well. Right. So, it's a crapshoot, and a lot of it is environment. That's the thing that, like tomorrow we'll see all these draft grades, and just like the recruiting rankings that Caroline was all excited about, like where we were having fun, Ohio State versus Georgia. None of that really matters. Nobody knows. Just because you have the number one recruiting class when they're freshmen has nothing to do with whether or not you're actually going to win games. Like, is really an irrelevant score. Really, it really means nothing at all. So nobody knows. Nobody knows. It's just based on the information you have at that time. What did you think about it?
What is $10 reward eligible on Smash Brothers through Best Buy?
Oh yeah, so if you pre-order at Best Buy, not only do you get the discount for pre-ordering, after you buy it, they'll give you a $10 gift card.
Sold.
That's where I got mine. I buy anything that goes up with the $10 coupon, I buy at Best Buy.
So 9 Pacific time. What time is that here? That's
9 Pacific is 6 here.
In the morning?
What? No, 9 Pacific.
No. 9
11.
9 Pacific is 12 here.
Yeah.
Okay, so
sorry.
12 p.m. Great.
That dude's nose takes up like half his face.
Hadn't it been in the past they would do like a tournament on like Monday or Sunday, and then
I think they did the championships the day before last year, or not last year, maybe the year before last. The year that they did Mario Maker, they did that the day before the direct, I think. I'm pretty sure about that. Because I remember watching the Mario Maker tournament like in the afternoon. I think they did the afternoon, like the Nintendo World Championships, and then they had the direct in the morning. And then you remember that one year they did Codename Steam? That was like some weird thing they did in the afternoon at the end. That was crazy.
Tom Sawyer, Huck Finn.
Everybody thought it was Majora's Mask. Everybody's like, it's Majora remake, and it was like, check out Codename Steam. Everybody was so let down.
But then Majora actually, because that was 2014, and I think
Majora dropped later that year, just in a direct randomly. It just randomly appeared in the spring direct, but everybody thought it was that because they made a mention. They were like, and we were going to announce another game at this keynote later today, and everybody was like, it's got to be Majora, and it was Codename Steam. Everybody was pissed off.
Yep.
That's hilarious. Derwin James to the Chargers at 17. That's a really good pick. Derwin James, I think, is better than Minkah Fitzpatrick. Whereas Minkah, I think, is a slot corner. Derwin James can play some safety, can play some linebacker, can play corner. He's kind of he's more of a utility player, I think.
All right, I have got my Smash Bros. In.
Nice.
I mean, I've been meaning to do it. It's just I'm iffy until they put like the actual official art up, but they still haven't done it for Hyrule Warriors.
I am in on. I'm in on South Park, which I just bought. I'm in on Hyrule Warriors, Runner 3, Octopath, No More Heroes, and Mario Aces.
I have.
That's me for the year so far.
My pre-orders right now are Shantae, which comes out on
Shantae.
the 8th. Pearl Warriors, which is also next month. Smash, which I just did. Octopath Wayfarers Edition. Pearl and Marina, and then the Shovel Knight 3-pack.
I'm the only person that I know that's getting Runner 3.
Pretty funny. Send it to
Like,
me.
I don't know anybody else that's getting Runner 3. Just me.
Yeah, because you like the Runner series.
I feel bad because I feel like it's gonna bust and they're never like it's gonna end and nobody's gonna buy it anymore.
I feel that way about so many series.
Oh, I'm like, why am I the only one that likes this game? Runner's great. It's so much fun.
Brian sent me a link that's an Onion article about bears.
How much you want to bet we get a big we get a big character reveal at that Smash tournament?
Oh, for sure. Absolutely. That's an easy bet. The harder bet was who is it?
Oh. I wish.
I need a best available list.
When's going to be your E3 predictions episodes?
We've already done like 3. I don't know if we need to do an actual one anymore. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. I'll have to talk to Jason because I don't think Jason's really got his predictions in, but like we've done ours quite a bit. Caroline and I did like a whole episode where we debated how they would fill out the calendar. It's like there's a whole E3 thing. So I mean, I think we need to do PlayStation, Xbox predictions, but I don't know if we need another Nintendo predictions.
That awful suit.
I like to
Boo Bear
right before E3. I think it's a bit silly when people start putting them out in like April, early April.
See, I agree with you, but it was actually Caroline's idea. She wanted to do them early. She was like, let's do it. So I was like, fine. And not only did she say, let's do it, we actually had a question. Somebody wrote in asking us to do it. So I was like, all right, we'll do it. But with Nintendo, to be honest with you, with Nintendo, it's really not all that of a surprise. Like, we know that another Mario game will come. We know that they're going to do Pokemon. We know that they'll do Metroid. We know that they will do these games because that's what they do. So it's really not a surprise. It's just a matter of timing. Like, do we get Pokemon this year or next year? It's really that's really kind of all that really
I like to just wait until right before, just because I think a lot of rumors get debunked or
sure. Oh yeah.
So we did it last year. We'll do it again the week before. We'll do an E3 episode and just predict it, and we'll see what happens. But that's why I like to wait. Honestly,
sure.
Let
that makes sense.
Flow and get out of the way.
Dude, Derwin James just got picked by Los Angeles Chargers. Dude, the Chargers is going to be good. Sure. Like, they've got a really good team. They got Derwin James, Joey Bosa, and Phillip Rivers. Like, man, the Chargers could be a playoff team next year.
Phillip Rivers even having him?
Dude, yeah. Phillip Rivers is the truth.
He's old now, isn't he?
And he's still good. Like, that's the thing. You're right. He's old, and he still throws for like 350 a game. Dude is a cannon. And they've got. Here's the thing, though. They've got all this defense. They're kind of like what you are, like what you want to be. Like, they've been drafting defense for like 3 years. They have all these players. Joey Bosa is a monster. They just grabbed Derwin James, who's a beast. Like, it's a really good pick.
Green Bay traded. Got it. What? Seattle was on the board.
I'm showing Seattle as on the board. Did they move out?
Two.
Packers are on the board.
Packers are coming up. The Packers are moving up.
One of my cats walked up to my other one like, hey, smelling her in the face. And the one that she walked up to just goes right in her face. That's not nice, Pippa.
My favorite cat story funny you bring this up, happened because my wife brought it up to me last night. When I was in high school, I rented my teacher's basement out for a while. And I had a cat, and her name was Daisy. It was this little tabby calico thing. And for some odd reason, I've never really known cats to do this. She was very possessive of me.
Oh yeah, they're very possessive.
And there was this time my wife was laying in my bed, and Daisy walked up on her chest and sat down on her chest. And my wife literally looked the cat in the eyes and goes, "What do you want?" and the cat just smacked her in the face. That's exactly what happened. There's no embellishment in it at all. Like my wife to this day is like, I hate that cat. She's that cat was such a pain in the ass.
No, we have a cat that I got her when I was 12. Got her and her sister. Her sister has passed away, but she's 16 now, and she still lives with my parents. She is obsessed with humans, but she cannot stand any other life form. So dogs, other cats, no.
Trying to figure out what she did.
And huh?
So I'm trying to figure out what she did.
What do you mean?
I thought you said Pippa was mean.
Oh, she was mean. Ella just walked up to her and started smelling her in the face, and Pippa just goes Psh, in the face. That's not nice. But I'm talking about how Indy is possessive and how she, like, my dad will be petting our golden retrievers, Maddie, and he's just petting her and stuff. Indy will come up and like push her hand under his, push her head under his hand to make it where she's like, no, you pet me, not the dog.
Nice.
She's a very smart girl, is super sweet, but she has to have the attention. She's the only one. I also need some water because I just drank all my lemonade.
Hey, so do all these players have like every option of NFL gear at their place sitting on the like? Because you see them in their videos like right after, and they're wearing like their team's gear.
Ooh, that's a good question. They probably do a lot of shoots and stuff like that. Probably like within ranges for yeah.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you.
Interesting.
I hope this knocks me out.
I feel like all the Colts picks in recent times have never actually been at the draft.
Ooh, here's some news for you guys.
Good luck.
Multiple job listings reveal details about Monolith Soft's new project. What's Monolith Soft working on next? We don't have any clue, but it certainly seems like a grand scale project. Not really surprising knowing this company, but a recent rash of job openings has shed some light. So they've got a progress and management of game production, a system admin, a web designer, business staff, programmer, quality control, blah 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 blah. Yeah, they're hiring and ramping up for a new game. Go figure. That's not really news. It's like not news. It's news, but it's not news.
I hope we get a new DKC game announced.
Dude, you've been saying that for like as long as I've known you. Like, I feel like as long as I've known you, you've just been like, man, I need a new Donkey Kong game.
I just want one. I want the Kremlings back so bad.
I mean, so you're absolutely going to get a Donkey Kong game. Just you know, it's just win. When are you going to get it?
So upset.
Nintendo, if their franchises are selling, they're never, I don't believe it's going to.
Ooh, hang on here. Wario64 tweets, Nintendo is planning for new 3DS games for 2019 and beyond. The bullet point says, continue business backed by scale of market uptake and ample software lineup. We'll continue the Nintendo 3DS business by leveraging its installed base and rich software library. We believe it's important to leverage the library of the 3DS series titles to drive sales of existing 3DS owners, as well as with consumers who recently purchased the 3DS. In addition to the titles that are currently on sale, we also announced coming titles shown here, and we are even preparing new software for release in 2019 and beyond. Our plan is to continue maintaining this business by taking advantage of new titles like these. And it shows Sushi Striker, Captain Toad, WarioWare, Luigi's Mansion, and the Mario and Luigi remake. Wow.
Tell you what, the 3DS is going to be the GameCube port machine.
Dude, I love that idea. We brought that up on Shaq. Like, would you rather have GameCube like on Switch or GameCube on 3DS? I would rather on 3DS because I think it looks better. So, like in the way that I presented that question is, would you rather have like GameCube native Virtual Console on Switch, or would you have GameCube remakes on 3DS?
Right.
You give me GameCube remakes.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. I'll take that every day of the week.
That can happen. I mean, if they were,
and they can remake all of it, and I'll buy it all the Star Foxes, all the Wind Wakers, do it all.
If you can remake Xenoblade for the Wii and do it badly, by the way, for new Nintendo 3DS, you can do any GameCube game,
and it'll look awesome. Star Fox Adventures for 3DS, yes, I'll buy that game and play
Oh
Yes.
yeah, I would too. Absolutely.
Animal Crossing, like if they did a remake, I would buy and play that game
The
too.
original Animal Crossing. I would so buy that. Oh my god.
See,
I was
Yes.
going through because my cats had been eating some of my paperbacks on the floor, and there were old players guides like Prima and
Yeah.
I was telling Brian, I was like, dude, GameCube era was the era that I started like getting into getting guides, just books. Now I don't do it anymore. I do it like the hardcovers for collector's purposes. But I had a paperback Luigi's Mansion, Star Fox Adventures. What's the other one that was over there? I have the Wind Waker, like the big Wind Waker one. It was like 300 pages with the fold-out map. The map's over there, but I don't know where the actual guide is. Probably in my parents' house still. What's the other one that was over there? Luigi's Mansion. Oh, Super Mario Sunshine.
Yeah.
But they were chewing on
Dude,
it.
if they did a Sunshine remake on 3DS,
Absolutely would buy it.
yeah, so would I. They could just come out with like a year's.
any
They
first
could come
party
out with a year's worth of GameCube remakes, and I buy all of
Sure,
them.
first party title remakes. I'm all for it.
Yeah, I buy all of them. Double Dash, Mario Golf,
Oh yeah.
Saying
Postal
that
Tour would be
once-
great.
Strikers.
Once enough
Strikers.
nostalgia passes by that they can just resell an entire systems library and people will just buy it
Those
like
ears
it's
are unfortunate.
Yeah.
brand new.
Mm-hmm. As long as they gave it that 3DS like remake, that touch up,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has to have the touch up.
I'd buy every one of those.
I-
and not just buy them, I'd play them. Like I would
Me
make
too.
I would set
Play
time
through.
away to do it.
Totally. Switch has sold basically 18 million. How about
Jerry
that?
Jones.
Mm-hmm.
What is Jerry Jones doing here? Seriously, dude?
He owns a football team.
Yeah, I
Thank
know,
you.
but it's just so dumb. He's
Dallas
always
Dallas is on the clock. It's
That's
his
probably
football
why-
team.
That's probably why he's on the board there.
She's like, why is he on TV?
He's got people to do that stuff.
He owns no. He acts as the general manager of the team. Like he has one, but he makes the picks. I've seen him in the war room at the head of the table like 4 years in a row.
Yeah.
That Shantae series of pictures that you sent me really makes me want to play Shantae, and I wish the 8th were just here already. It's what is it? This Tuesday, not this Tuesday, but next Tuesday.
Yeah, I watched an unboxing video.
What? They're already shipping them to people? Man, no.
Early folks that get the special people, like Game Explain and stuff like that.
Lip-de-doo.
Is this gonna be Calvin Ridley here?
Oh, they announced that Zelda has officially been the Breath of the Wild is the most or highest selling Zelda game. Period.
Yeah, I posted that earlier. That's crazy. It's deserving, but it's a crazy thing to say. Ooh, who are they taking?
They said Smash is going to be playable at E3.
Because they're doing the tournament.
That leads me to believe that we're going to get it in like August,
No,
September.
maybe September.
I'm not
August.
wild about those cuts. It's just like the way that they've got the roof and stuff, but I'm not wild about that. Like I wish they had just sealed that part off and just
Well,
done
it's
a
an
flat
old
wall.
house, clearly they renovated.
Oh, Ryan and I are looking at houses.
Nice.
I mean,
Where at?
like you said,
This is in Druid Hills proper.
Nice.
This is right near the Druid Hill Golf Club, as a matter of fact.
Oh, it's right near the golf club. I picked a really nice one. I just like looked at because I'm like,
You're living a charmed life, Caroline. Some of us could never afford to live there.
well,
What's
we can't afford to live there either too. He said I'm living a charmed life.
We can too. 3,300 monthly. Like that.
On top of your student loan payments? No way.
With the reduction that we're making, yeah, we could. Because you think about it, get rid of our rent out of there
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
and add the saving. And remember, we had, as a matter of fact, you get rid of our rent and what we have already per month, we have like 1,500 going to it for a month. And then add on top of that what I'm saving from my student loans.
How much is the down payment, or does it say anything on that?
looking at this house.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying.
No, I'm just saying.
I didn't realize there was a per month thing listed on there.
Yeah, well, it's estimated mortgage. You'd have to get approved. So we
Dallas
probably.
is
It's just
being
a really pretty facade on the house. I just really liked the
She
outside.
likes the facade. It's like,
Did you see that back like porch area?
I like the back.
Yeah, it's like perfect for having like some little furniture, like just furniture that is screened in too.
Yeah.
There's no pool, but
It looks like it has a basement.
there's no pool, but man, you are living the Chime life. It has no pool, but I think we'll make it. We'll survive, I guess.
Donnie, you have to understand, I've grown up with a pool at my house my entire life. Before I was even born,
Your house is big.
No. I'm saying even when I lived at my old house before my parents built it, my dad moved into a house that had a pool in it. And so when my dad was building our new house in 99, I was 10 years old. And I was like, no, pool. We have to have a pool. He wasn't going to build one. And so we finally convinced him to get one or build one. So I've had a pool my entire life ever since until Brian and I left. And he took me away from
Dallas just took a linebacker when everybody wanted the wide receiver. People are about to boo, I think.
Boo.
Or maybe they'll just do anything.
It's what?
Being sold out of market.
Oh, wow. Pittsburgh just traded Martavius Bryant.
Oh, Pitt just traded?
Pittsburgh traded Martavius Bryant for a third-round pick from the Raiders. That's crazy.
It's gotta suck when you're like, I like this thing that Jacob posted of Reggie on the hype train. It's gotta suck when you're just like, sorry, man, you're gone. We gotta get some new guys in here.
Martavius Bryant was kind of like a headache for them. Like he didn't, he wanted a new contract and all that, but still, he's good. Like Derek Carr will enjoy throwing the ball to him, for sure.
I just perused Zillow the other day.
My wife, when we were buying a house, my wife just addicted to Zillow.
See,
now,
I think
that said, we are buying much cheaper houses than you guys.
Well, I'll show you the facade. Send me that thing back because I don't think I have the link again.
It's still in my chat. That's where I went back.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll just scroll up. I found it. What is this mess? What are they all doing?
Donnie, ignore the big number when she sends it to you.
No, I'm just sitting in the front of the house.
Okay, good.
What did he say?
He said ignore the big number when she sends it to you.
Ignore the big number. See? Yeah. It must be nice. I wish I could marry a lawyer. Unfortunately, I married a lawyer's assistant.
Hey, I'm a lawyer's assistant.
Trust me, and I know how that feels like because I don't make nearly as much as your husband does. I'm like, damn it, woman, go to law school. Go make us some money.
That's what he tells me to go to law school just because
my wife does everything for her boss. Like she's like without her, she can't really operate.
No. Oh no, those little doors. Like my dad has them. They're like attic space. I'm talking about the room. Clearly, they've just like got a bunch of extra space that they didn't want to block off.
I mean,
wait, what happened? Oh, he was walking out into the inside. Okay, it looked like he was walking off stage.
Honestly, it looks like this was an addition, and this used to be the outside of the house. See, look at this brickwork right here. They just kind of.
Oh, then I don't like that as much. So you'd have to go there. I sent it to your Discord. Somebody's asking me proofread.
That's really pretty. That's a really nice house. Right? Jesus.
But I mean, just to let you know, that is in the range we can look for.
Okay.
Hey, Serge, he says, so all that build up, everyone's saying wide receiver, and the boys take a linebacker. He's good, though. I like him. He plays hard. What do you guys have? Jalen Smith, right? So, like, you get to pair him with Jalen Smith and Lee, maybe? Still there? Sorry, I'm not super caught up on Cowboy stuff, but if Lee's still there, I mean, dude, that's a heck of a linebacker core. He plays hard. I like him. They do need a wide receiver, but good for you. Like, nobody's taken one yet. So Cortland Sutton and Moore and Chark and the kid from Alabama that everybody loves, like, they're still all on the board. So you might be able to get them tomorrow. They still might be there.
That's good news.
Oh, hey, Jacob.
Hey.
Oh, Grouchy said he's not a Cowboys fan. My bad. What's your team, Grouchy? Oh, I guess the Raiders, since they're moving to Vegas.
J.J. Watt, he tweeted something today. When he got picked by the Texans in 2011, and it was everyone's responses to when he got picked, and it was like, not a good decision, boo, why, what, this is awful, there goes the season, horrible, another stupid choice, stuff like that. It's just funny to see people's initial reactions when they get someone they don't want, because you really have no clue how good they're going to be.
That's true. Dude, Serge is a Steelers fan. That brings me down.
Oh,
We took Mayfield and Ward, and he's all like, I'm a Steelers fan.
I can't wait to get up to Chicago and go to work.
You know, I could have been like a different fan. Like when the Browns left, I was a Vikings fan, like in their interim. And then when they came back, I stopped being a Vikings fan. I could have just stayed a Vikings fan, and my life would be so much happier.
man, wouldn't it be great if Detroit took a dog for Matt to work with?
No, it wouldn't. Like, no, college affiliation has nothing to do with NFL success.
It does in my heart.
What? It was the most ridiculous statement. Wouldn't it be great if the Detroit Lions took
Can
a
you
Georgia
imagine
Bulldog
if you
player for
ball,
Matt
You've
Stafford?
got like a 2.5-3 generations between them, but it's like, oh man, that would just be so awesome. To me.
Grouchy mentions the trade, and Jacob, if you didn't see it, the Steelers did trade Martavius Bryant to the Oakland Raiders for the 75th pick, which is tomorrow. So,
Yeah.
but I mean, I liked Martavius Bryant. He's a really good player, actually. He's very athletic.
When's that glove coming?
He probably go run and catch some deep balls from Derek Carr a lot.
Coming.
Oh, I don't know. The standard shipping is going to be long.
Ooh, I like this. Quote Baker Mayfield to Cleveland Plain Dealer. I have to go out there be myself. I have to go prove to you that I'm not Johnny. Good for him.
Oh,
Nice.
wow.
Oh, I really hope the Browns and Baker Mayfield beat the Falcons.
Why?
It's not even like a me thing as a fan anymore. It's just a you thing with the amount of vitriol you
I
have
don't
for
even.
like no.
You know what?
There's like no reason either. Like, he didn't beat
Okay.
your team. He beat my team. He knocked
gonna-
my team out of the
I'm going to
playoffs.
show you on a scale. This is being the lowest, okay? This is how much of a Dogs fan I have on like a scale of 0 to 100. 0 being down here, 100 being up here. This is how much of a Falcons fan I am. Like, really not care less. If they're doing bad in a season, I don't care.
I'm just interested. You have this hatred for somebody that really has no impact on you whatsoever.
I was the same way with Tebow, but Tebow was like different.
And Tebow was like an angel.
I like
she's
Tebow.
like, I hate Baker Mayfield. He's
But
such an
because
ass. And
we
she's like, I
played
hate
him
Tebow too.
because he was a Gator was the reason that I didn't like him.
Caroline is a very complex person.
Silly.
But I've
Hard to
started to
understand.
like Tebow.
Yeah, but he was never an NFL quarterback.
No, well, and that was the
He
thing. Like,
took the Broncos to the playoffs.
oh please,
He did.
No.
Hey, you can't take the facts or facts.
He was not even their starter for the
He
majority.
was the quarterback for a playoff team in the NFL.
Yep.
Facts are facts.
That doctor who reviewed Grey's Anatomy, he reviews other medical shows like House.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Brian sent me this thing that it's this actual doctor reviewing like Grey's Anatomy and House and like all these medical drama shows.
Nice.
How they're not legit.
Oh,
He's like a young guy too. He kind of reminds me.
I love the embroidery on this hat. I hope that I don't mess it up.
the Lions just took a center.
A center?
Yeah. Who is it? Frank Ragnow, I think.
Sonny Michel.
He's from Arkansas. I don't think he's the best center. I think Billy Price is better, but Billy Price is hurt. Sonny Michel should be coming up soon. I think Sonny Michel's going tomorrow. Here's an interesting thing. If I'm a Browns fan right now, here's what I'm thinking. Can I come up and get Darius Geis, or does Darius Geis fall to me at 33? Because I'd like to put Darius Geis on the Browns. That'd be nice. That'd be real nice.
Ella's kind of fascinated with us. So is Pippa. Look at Pippa. It's like, what the hell is this, Bob?
Pippa.
What's Mama doing? Feels good, huh? It's got like a fan effect. Ooh.
Christian Kirk, too. That'd be another player I'd like for the Browns to pick up.
I'm not even scared of it. She's just, what the heck? Boop.
Oh, man. Madden already has a Baker Mayfield trailer for the Browns.
Oh, man. Disgusting.
The next year of my life might just be trolling Caroline with Baker Mayfield.
Please don't.
Oh, here you go.
Leave.
Check this out. The Raiders updated wide receiving core. Jordy Nelson, Amari Cooper, Martavius Bryant, Dwayne Harris, and Seth Roberts. It's pretty good. You think you feel bad, Jacob. The Lions just picked a center in the first round of the draft.
Oh, I will say their offensive line sucks. Sucks. They need it.
Maybe Matt just needs to learn how to run more.
You can't.
I don't know. I don't watch.
Do anything if they don't give them holes.
Yeah, I don't watch Detroit. I don't know.
I watch them just probably a little bit less than I do Atlanta, just because I'm such a big fan of Stafford.
Josh Allen kind of reminds me of Stafford. They have very similar arm strength, which means they're both very, very, very good.
Matt was amazing.
Matt throws the ball way too much.
I know he does, but
that's his only problem. He's a real gunslinger. He always thinks he can make every single play. It's like, dude, just punt. Matt Stafford needs Jim Tressel as his coach. He needs somebody to teach him how to play football and not like Madden.
He and Matt Ryan have both got twins now, and they met up and were like walking their twins and their little like strollers down the street. So cute.
All right.
All right.
Sure.
Okay, so this is my cousin that I told you lives in Alaska but lived in Cleveland for a long time. She says, Browns take Baker Mayfield. Did we not learn anything with Manziel? I am
Tell
pissed.
her they're not the same. Ooh, Grouchy Surge says Stafford is like Favre, but without the success part. You know, that's true. It's funny and true. I like that a lot. Good job, Grouchy.
Somebody said maybe he learned to humble himself.
I do love that they said he's humble. He's a really humble person. Like, even I'm like, no.
What is this thing that you posted about Trump on the Lord of the Rings? Oh, is this Braveheart?
Not me.
Oh no, Brian. What's this Trump Braveheart thing that you said?
That's hilarious. That's what I was.
Oh my god. Somebody's like put Trump's face on William Wallace from Braveheart.
The media tried to stop us from going to the White House.
Oh my god, I'm gonna have to watch this later.
You will.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. People's editing is just unbelievable.
The Bengals just took Billy Price. That's back-to-back centers. I don't know if that's ever happened in the NFL draft first round.
What? Wow.
Billy Price, he was from OSU, wasn't he?
Yep, he's the best center in the draft. He's better than the guy that just went Frank Ragnow.
Oh my god, I love how he's kicking up PBS and CNN is like, what is this garbage? CNN is like raping the Statue of Liberty. And he's throwing CBS News out the window.
What you looking up, Jacob?
Not much, really.
Can you believe that?
Oh, just looking up. It's like I wish these are times I wish that movie Click was real. And skip forward to tomorrow night's draft. What time does that start tomorrow? It's like
I think. Ooh, it might be the same time for the second round, but I want to feel like they start early.
I feel like they start earlier each round.
Yeah, I think they might start early. Don't they do the second and the third tomorrow?
Yeah, they do second and third on Friday, and then fourth through
the rest on Saturday.
Yes.
What is this Animu stuff? Dragalia Lost. That's Nintendo.
That's that mobile game.
No, it says Drag. Oh, it is with side games. Yeah.
Ah, don't quit questioning my Nintendo-ness.
What is this? It's so Animu and bright and pretty.
Nintendo just like partnered or purchased a Japanese mobile developer, and that's one of their games. So they basically just bought it. And apparently it's supposed to come North America, but it's going to go to Japan first. So it'll be a long time before you see it.
Starting with Japan, Taiwan, Hong Kong, and Macau.
I wouldn't put too much thought into it. It's going to be a while. You might see it in a year or two.
Adorable. I love like super ridiculous anime things.
I'm really happy that Billy Price is a first round pick. He deserved it. I felt real bad. He broke his pec. He tore his pec at the combine. That sucked because he was awesome. He's a really good player. Stafford is like far without the success. We have another trade. Tennessee comes up to 22. Tennessee's trading picks with Baltimore.
All right. So we've decided for Gnomes that we're going to buy
Look at Lamar Jackson. He looks like he's sleeping.
For him in a park that he used to go to.
Lamar Jackson's sitting there with his mom. They look like they're like the last people at like a dance. It's like people are cleaning up. He's just sitting there like with his head and his shoulder, like looking at his phone.
Funny.
Coach Mo loves Lamar Jackson. He thinks he's the best quarterback in the draft, is what he said. I think that's ridiculous. That's insane, but that's what Coach thinks. What'd you say?
I said Coach Mo also thinks Nintendo sucks, so I don't know how much we can trust him.
No, now he's Nintendo.
Yeah, he's Nintendo now.
Nintendo.
Coach is the thing that I've learned about Coach is that he's very contrarian. What I think about is Coach loves Madden. He loves all Xbox stuff. And then he loves finding out like an indie that you've never heard about. And then he loves like hating Nintendo and anything else that's popular. Like if I was to like judge him, that'd be my scouting report on Coach Mo's taste in video games.
I like it.
He's very contrarian. He does that a lot. I have noticed that. I mean, it's like God of War came out. I just played all of it, beat it. I love it. He's like, I don't like God of War. And I'm sitting here after 2 years of working with him. I'm like, not surprised at all. Yep, totally expect you to say that.
Some people just love to hate stuff.
I don't think he loves to hate. I think he likes being different.
Yes,
let's put it that way.
I'm the same way, honestly. I mean, I only play Nintendo, so I'm like kind of the opposite of him. I don't play Xbox. I don't play a lot of those things that seem to be very popular in the trends, and like I stuck by Nintendo's side whenever it seemed like a lot of people just left Nintendo back in the GameCube days, and when Xbox came on the scene, and I really hated Xbox because they bought Rare and everything just kind of happened, So everyone was leaving my baby Nintendo that I grew up on, and I didn't like it.
I think a lot of the diehard fans feel that way, and that's why they like stuck with them for so long.
Same. You can consider me one of them.
Yep.
Like I've thought about maybe I could buy an Xbox and play these games. And I legitimately get sick to my stomach thinking about it.
Sick to my stomach. Come on, man. It's just a video game.
I know, but I feel
that's ridiculous. That's way too far. That's Carolina Baker Mayfield. You're going way too far now. All right. It's just way off the deep end.
It's like I'm cheating on my wife.
No, it's not.
Doing that.
It's like some Chappelle stuff. He's like, my Nintendo-ness will not allow me to answer that question or play the video game.
Right. Absolutely.
You're not less of a Nintendo fan because you play Sea of Thieves.
I know. And what?
Did I tell you this? I bought those really nice Pokeballs. The first set.
Oh, I saw that. I did see you posted you bought the Pokeball set.
So
I'm excited to see them. I have found to help to join on your buying new things. I found somebody that'll make me some amiibo cards. So I'm gonna print me a few more amiibo cards. I'm gonna redo my Fire Emblem set, and I'm gonna do a Pokemon set, and I'm gonna redo my Odyssey set, and I'm gonna have them add me a few more.
Well, I'm glad
you guys see this Metroid I bought.
Legal practices.
Ooh, hold that up.
See this big Metroid.
Make more noise so you pop up as the main screen.
Yeah, it's kind of.
Hey.
Oh, that's the World of Nintendo one. Yeah, I've seen that.
Why doesn't he pop up as the picture here? I'm going to drop him up here. There we go.
Yeah,
all right, now pull it up.
See that?
That's good stuff, man.
Dude, it's massive. It was the last one out of Toys R Us for $13.
I am not the
Metroid
Metroid fan that most people are. But that's pretty cool.
Because you talked about them a lot last year with Metroid, wanting more Metroid.
And I mean, I do like the games. I like the adventure, I like the story part. I like the shooter part. I think I've always been that Nintendo fan that like I wish they'd turn that into a shooter. Like make Metroid your mature shooter, like your AAA shooter series. Do that. Right. I would take Metroid and make it Perfect Dark. Like just take Metroid the thing and then make a Perfect Dark game and call it Metroid. And that's exactly what I would do with it.
Yeah, I wish they would do more with Metroid for sure. I do.
Ooh, look at this. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, you guys are going to love this. Check this out.
What?
Yeah, there's the link to the Etsy article.
Uh-oh. I see Breath of the Wild and I see Etsy. Hold on.
Oh, nice.
That's pretty neat, dude.
How cool is that?
But I already have all of the Zelda amiibo
That's pretty
and my
sweet.
Master Sword from my Master Edition. So.
I know you do, but it's still awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It doesn't change the fact that it's still really cool. That is a sweet looking amiibo.
The box art could be better.
The box art could be better. Do you ever watch my daughter's first review for PSVG? She like 4 years ago, like our first review title was like this. It's called Freeze Me. It's like this 3D platformer that stars a little girl. And it was on Wii U. And my daughter's review of it's terrible. Like I'm trying to walk her through how to do it. And she's she's like, the art could be better. The music could be better. The controls could be better. Like everything could just be better. So she just sits there and just rags on the game for like 17 minutes about how it could just be better. She's like, it could be like Mario and it's not. So we post the review on YouTube and the developer watches it all and he goes, this is the funniest thing I've ever seen. He's like, I love this little girl.
Aww.
And he retweets it for like a month. And for like the first year, it was the highest viewed video on our YouTube.
Oh my god.
My daughter tearing apart this game.
Music could be better. The buttons could be better.
She's just like, everything could be better. She's like, this is bad and that's bad and this is dumb. And
that person that does those amiibo customs, did you look at the Wind Waker link in the boat?
No.
Look down at the relateds that's done by the same person.
That is a sweet looking amiibo.
Yeah, man. $100 one.
It's a lot though. I would pay like $50 for it though, maybe.
Donnie, what NFL team do you hate the most?
Ooh.
Alolan Raichu that's very badly painted. I love Alolan Raichu though.
It's a good question. Probably Baltimore because they are the Browns. They are who the Browns are supposed to be.
Okay.
That's our team. It's our franchise, our organization. Like they're the ones that took our team from us.
Which you can blame us because we took their team from them.
Exactly. Grouchy says, Donnie, have you looked up a Wish app for amiibo cards? They're pretty cheap. I've never heard of this at all. Let's see here. A Wish app?
Yeah, Donnie, wasn't it they were the Browns, like it was the Browns organization up and left, and they just changed themselves to the Ravens?
Nope. So to give you the story, because I love explaining this to people because a lot of people think that. Here's what happened. I'll try to give you the short story. Here's what happened. The Indians and the Cavs struck a deal with the city to build a new stadium. And the owner of the Browns, Art Modell, wanted a new stadium because he was funding a lot of the renovation costs for Cleveland Browns Stadium on his own dime. Okay. The city played politics with him, thinking that he would never leave. The mayor was quoted as saying, "You can never make the Browns leave Cleveland because the Cleveland Browns are a legacy franchise. Like the Colts, they founded the NFL. They're one of the original 8. Like the Cleveland Browns has always been a part of the NFL. So like they're one of the original teams." So he struck a deal with Baltimore, who would build him a brand new big stadium for free to bring the team there. Wow. The reason he did it is because he was broke. He actually had to use his wife's credit to take a loan out to pay Andre Rison, the free agent. Oh, that's how bad it was. He had to take a loan to pay a free agent to play for the team. Wow. If you didn't know, the coaching staff at the time was Bill Belichick. The DB's coach was Nick Saban. In the front office, they had Ozzie Newsome, and there's like 4 or 5 other Hall of Fame. Like it was literally a dream team of coaches. Like in the next 15 years, everybody would go on to win championships. Wow. And because he moved the team, they all got fired. Now they were announced when he moved the team and he made his first announcement. They were announced as the Baltimore Browns. The city of Atlanta, with the NFL, sued him, saying that the city owned the naming rights. They owned the legacy of the franchise, the Cleveland Browns, and they won. Wow. So he had to change the name. So he changed the name to the Baltimore Ravens, and the city of Cleveland reserved the right to keep the team, the colors, the name, the franchise. And then 4 years later, the NFL gave them an expansion team, and they came back as the Cleveland Browns as we know it. But they were never the same. A lot of people don't, because everybody, especially our age, they just think of the Cleveland Browns as awful. But the Cleveland Browns were a perennial winner, like playoff team through the 80s. Like way back when. Yeah, in the early 90s and the 80s. They went to the AFC Championship 4 years in a row. Like they were it. They were great. And then that whole move and everything just wrecked it all, and they've never been right since. It's been a curse ever since.
Wow. What a shame.
It is. It's very sad. I cried. They let us out of school that day.
What did you watch?
That's how bad it was. They let out school early. The day that the Browns announced that they were leaving. Like everybody was crying. People were picking up their kids at school and stuff. Oh yeah. I'll never forget that. It was crazy. It was weird.
Culture. I mean, it was a massive part of the culture.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like the Cleveland Browns. Like you're talking about Paul Brown, like the innovator of football, maybe the greatest football coach of all time. Jim Brown, undoubtedly one of the best football players of all time. Like there's so much Otto Graham. There's so much history with the franchise.
Wow.
And yeah, he tried to steal everything. Oh, and this is the same owner, Art Modell. He's the same owner that when he bought the team in the 70s, he fired Paul Brown. He came in, he got rid of Jim Brown, and he fired Paul Brown.
Wow.
So like this one man just ruined everything that we loved about our franchise.
Is he still the owner of the Ravens today?
He died, and his son still owns the Ravens.
Okay.
And you know what? He's not nearly the evil man that story makes him out to be. He did actually provide the city of Cleveland a lot of money. He tried to make it work, but when it came push to shove, he just kind of called their bluff. In a lot of ways, the city, like the mayor, tried to take advantage of him. In some ways, if you looked at it that way, you could see it that way.
Woo!
Still,
all the Pats, man.
He should have never moved the team. What he should have done in his financial situation is he should have sold the team. A respectable person would have sold the team. But unlike Kraft and like the Haslams and the Rooneys, football was the only thing they had. That was their business. He couldn't like go back to his $1 billion car business and live happily ever after like everybody else. Right. So like he couldn't sell the team because that meant he didn't have anything else.
That's true.
So
sounds similar to the Colts.
I was gonna say Irsay's not the only bad owner.
Well, and I mean, to be fair, Jim Irsay's dad was like a trash bag. I mean, he was really
they're taking win.
I told you.
He was a really mean guy, but Jim Irsay's a lot nicer, and he does care. He does a lot for the community here.
I like Jim Irsay.
I like him a lot too. He is nice, and
I think, to be honest with you, man, I think any billionaire like that, I think they all have things that you don't really want to know about them.
Certainly.
They just have way too much power. Like Robert Kraft and his like 18-year-old girlfriend, and there's no telling what Jimmy does, and the Haslam's, of course, and Irsay and his arrest in history. Like, everybody's got issues. It's just like the players. Anytime you get players like that infused with millions and millions of dollars, they're gonna do things. If you haven't noticed in this entire conversation, I try not to even really count the personal stuff.
Right.
Unless it's really bad. Like, if you kill somebody or you beat up a girlfriend or something, like I got nothing to do with you. Dude, you get DWI or something like that. I don't care.
Yeah.
That's just, everybody does that. I just write it off. I'm like, all right, that's fine. If you smoke weed, like whatever. You do you, just play football and play it well. That's not a Boy Scouts business. Right. We're not like, who can have the best team of good people. That's not what the game's called. It's who can put up the most points and win trophies. So, I don't know.
Are we starting to see the fall of the Patriots?
Maybe. They are kind of self-imploding. They have so much inner turmoil. But as long as Brady's there, I don't think they're going anywhere.
I mean, I've just never seen so much rumors about that organization happen. I don't ever.
Right. Exactly. There's definitely some turmoil.
Driving nuts.
I think what Grouchy was talking about with the amiibo cards, there are a lot of places where you can get like the Zelda set, but it's very hard to like, if you're somebody like me who has moved to having like just amiibo cards, it's very hard to get like the onesies and twosies that aren't a part of the Zelda series. Like for me to get my my Quibi, my Box Boy amiibo card was hard. I had to ship it from London. So like, yeah, so like to do that, like I think that was a little difficult. What I'm looking for is basically I have amiibo cards for Fire Emblem, Metroid and Samus, Villager, Odyssey, and Smash, but they're all like paper, and I would like to turn them into PVC cards. The paper's quality. It's not like they're bad, but like if I could turn them into PVC cards like the rest of them, they would match. So I found somebody that'll do it, and I'm just waiting for him to give me a quote. Sorry to interrupt you, Jacob.
Oh, you're fine. Some people are let down that Smash is going to be the big game for E3, but like,
not if Pokemon's there. It's not.
I expect that it's going to have massive Smash, but I expect a trickle effect of like some other games that we didn't expect. Just kind of like last year, we expected tons of Mario Odyssey, and then they gave us Yoshi. They gave us Kirby. They announced.
Well, and they're going to give us Yoshi again. Like, we don't know anything about Yoshi.
Yeah.
We're going to get Yoshi, Fire Emblem, Pokemon, and Smash, I guess. That's what it looks like.
And the next Donkey Kong.
He's all about that Donkey Kong.
Oh, yeah.
You don't even have Donkey Kong DLC yet in Rabbids. You're already asking for a new game. I think you're just being a little presumptuous.
Man, where's that DLC at? I said spring.
That DLC has been. I've been waiting. That's ridiculous. I have no idea why it's taken so long.
They said spring.
It better be like super long. If it's not, I would be pissed off. If it's like one world and like 6 levels, I'm like, what the hell have you been doing all this time? Did you just stop working on this for like 4 months?
I hope it has King K. Rool Rabbit. That'd be cool.
That would be cool, actually. You're right. That would be neat.
Oh my goodness, I'd be so happy.
Are you getting Tropical Freeze again?
Yeah, day 1.
Nice. Caroline?
No.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing either. I'm not double dipping on Tropical Freeze.
I'll tell you, I don't even own it for Wii U.
I do.
No, I'm really Caroline.
I just feel like I gotta wait for that kind of stuff to come down. I can't believe that as a port, it's not cheaper.
Because it's an amazing game.
Yeah, I guess.
Defend your Donkey Kong.
I can't justify the Funky Kong thing being I don't know.
I'm not even going to use Funky. I'm playing as DK because that's easy mode.
I can't even. I don't even think the Bayo should have been $59.99, but I got it.
Yeah, I got Bayo too.
Oh, Bayo.
But I agree with you. But Bayo at least was like up-resed. I agree. I don't think Freeze is worth 60 again. But I mean, I own it on Wii U. If I didn't have it, I'd buy it. But I got it.
Should be 40.
It should be 40. And it will be eventually.
I just want to sell super well so Nintendo can justify making more. What Donkey Kong Returns sold like in the 4 millions, I think.
I like Donkey Kong Returns. I've got that on 3DS. I love it.
Yeah, that was great. I replayed that last summer and beat it. So I never 100%ed Tropical Freeze. To be honest, I really wasn't into 100% in games until recent times.
I'm still not. That's never been my thing. The Panthers are taking DJ Moore. You guys get to. You Falcons get to go chase him around. He's something else. He's really fast.
Who did the
ugly uniforms over there, man? Ugly yellows.
The Patriots took Who the hell did they take? I forgot already. They took Isaiah Wynn.
UGA, baby.
Yeah, he played guard for the Bulldogs. I think they're going to play him at tackle. I think a lot of people think he's a tackle.
No, he's definitely probably worth the tackle position.
Why didn't he play tackle at Georgia?
I think our line was just really, really. I don't know. How Wynn went there and how he wasn't a tackle at Georgia and instead he was a guard. But he had a very bad knack for jumping off sides. Like if there was a 5-yard penalty, you knew it was going to be on 77.
Yeah.
And of course we're just like screaming it. God dang it, Wynn!
Kirby clamped down.
Ryan Dean with the.
I don't know, man. He still had at least like 5 false starts, probably in the home games alone.
And to be honest with you, this is not a very good tackle or guard class. There's not a really good
No, but they said that they're
Quentin Nelson's the only can't miss prospect. Even though McGlinchey looks the part, Quentin Nelson's the can't miss guy. Everybody else has issues.
Cool.
But DJ Moore, if you guys aren't watching highlights, he's good. Trust me, the Buckeyes have played against him. He's like a one-man wrecking crew. If he had a real quarterback throwing on the ball, he'd be better.
Donnie, so why did you move down to Georgia?
Oh, that's a long story. I got moved here when I was taken away by DFACS from my mom. My mom lived in Ohio. And
I didn't know that.
They moved me here because of my dad and my grandparents lived here, and they thought the one of would take custody of me. I've been here for a while. I've been here since I was like 13.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've been here for a while.
There for an adult. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I've been here since, I've been here longer than I lived back home. It's just back home is kind of like where I adopted all of my things, so I just carry them with me.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that time that you become aware of football and you adopt a team, I was in Cleveland when that happened, so that was my team.
There you go.
But you lived with fosters. You didn't live with your actual family?
So I lived, I actually, if you want the long story, I think I said it all on the Delvin Cox show and We the Gamercast. I think this long form
I haven't listened
explanation, but yeah, I actually, they put me with my dad after they put me with my aunt because my dad wasn't a great person. That didn't really work out. So then I went with fosters and I was with them for a while, and then I emancipated myself when I was 17. So
wow.
I moved around a lot. Like I said, I went to Stockbridge, Eagles Landing, Union Grove, Jackson, North Forsyth. I feel like I'm missing one. No, that's it. 5 high schools.
Down to Forsyth County.
5 high schools. So.
Wow. And look at you. You got a great head on your shoulders. You seem like a solid guy.
All right, I'll do you soon.
Thank you. I try. Some people might disagree with that. Someone's scatterbrained, but.
And he makes a lot of good dough.
Oh no, I'm a civil servant. I make much less than most folks.
Yeah, I know, but you still got hella good job security, dude.
I do. They like actually. It's funny that the city told my boss today that they wanted us to start billing them hours that we charge them for.
Yeah.
And basically, I'm the only thing that like makes us meet our quota. Because we set a meeting today for about 2 hours. He was just like, "Well, we got Donnie," so I was like, "Man, what would you guys do without me? What the hell? I'm the only one that does anything right here."
That's how I feel like I am. Like Brian's like, "You're not just the paralegal; you're the paralegal manager." And I'm like, "Well, yeah, because I'm the only."
Pay you like it.
Did you hear what he said?
They don't pay you like it.
He said they need to pay me like it.
Yeah.
I take initiative, and I'm just kind of one of those people that has to. It was growing up and being in those group projects that you're the only one that does anything. I'm the only one that did anything. So I was like, no, I'm just gonna do it all. So we get the A, and you guys just, do what I tell you to do. And I guess that's kind of what I'm doing.
Yep, that makes sense.
And the attorneys love it because I just sent them like a 5-page memo the other day.
Yeah, you sound so much like Melissa. I think you guys
everything that needs to be done, blah, 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 blah. And they're like, "Thank you so much for this." And I'm like, "Well, if I don't do it, who's going to do it?"
You need to meet. We need to go out to dinner. You need to meet Melissa because she's like everybody's babysitter. She like just runs everything behind the scenes. She makes sure everybody's where they need to be at all times.
Did you hear about Buddy Walsh?
Yeah, you told me. I told her.
So speaking of Atlanta, how far are you guys from Atlanta?
I live in the city.
And I live outside the city. I drive about a county and a half away every day. But I work downtown in the city, like where the dot is on Atlanta. That's where I work.
And Brian, we live like literally 6 miles from his office, which is in Midtown, which is 14. It's 6 miles. I checked. Yeah, and he like 3 miles.
Speaking of which, we need to do lunch.
I know we need to do lunch. We need to figure out time. His partners are going to be at a retreat or like
I got this book and CD for you.
He's showing off the Xenoblade stuff.
So the book. I mean, if you want the box is damaged. You see that?
No, I don't need the box. It's fine.
But I just didn't take anything out. But yeah, you can.
The box. That's like you'll regret that 10 years from now.
No, I won't.
I would.
Oh, I would not. I don't have that character.
I'm so tempted to get the Pyra, like the Xenoblade controller too, just because I'm such a fan of it.
I mean, there's certain things like I would regret letting go of like my Last of Us little statues or the Before the Storm, Life is Strange stuff. Like that stuff would bother me, but this box, no.
So are you a fan of Ashley Johnson then, based on like?
I'm dying to get her to put her autograph in my book.
Okay. Do you watch Critical Role?
I don't.
Oh man, she's on Critical Role. And she's
so my thing is,
really cute,
I've got this. This is probably like my only thing that I think is collectible, or the only thing that I think is it has any value. And this is my copy of The Last of Us: American Dreams, which is the comic book.
Signed by everybody almost.
The comic book I did when I bought it. It's a limited edition that Neil Druckmann signed, who wrote the story. So like here's a picture of him signing it. And it was a limited edition through a vendor. And then there's a signature. And then MomoCon is this month. It's in May.
Right. I knew you were
telling me. I will have Troy Baker
yeah.
and Nolan North sign it too. So then I just need Ashley. But I have no idea how to get her signature. So like she doesn't have a website. She's very hard to get a hold of. Like I don't know. My plan now is she should be at PSX next year when they do Last of Us 2 or maybe E3. And I know Devin said that she was at PSX last year. So my only real hope is that I'm going to box this up and ship it to Devin and see if he can get her to sign it at PSX.
Nice.
And then I'll have the whole cast or the main cast.
The main cast. Yeah. She's the little girl from Growing Pains.
Yeah, and it was funny because in the Marvel Challenge, I had no idea that she was in any of them, and she's in one of the Marvel movies. And I was like, dude, all you had to do was tell me that she was in here, and I would have watched the movie.
I know which movie she's in, too. She's in, like, that cafe.
Yeah, yep. And I knew her, and here's the funny thing. I knew her as soon as I saw, like, her Chucks or shoes. I was like, that's Ashley Johnson. For some odd reason, like, I just knew the silhouette. I knew the figure. But yeah, I'd love to get her to autograph the book. I mean, if I never do, that's fine. But I'd really like to.
Phone died.
It's
I'm looking to see if she's been on like any public appearances or if she's
she
going.
doesn't have. I for as much as I've tried, I've never found like a schedule, and she doesn't do events, and yeah, she's really hard to get a hold of.
She was at Comic-Con last year. SDCC.
All right, well, guys, I think I better get going. Actually,
You wanna bounce?
Yeah, it's 11. I got to be up by 5. So
yeah, I was thinking about the same. I was holding hope that maybe the Browns would come back up.
I think we're gonna watch Atlanta get their pick in, and then Brian and I are gonna hit the hay too, because I took a couple Benadryl a little bit ago, and I'm like, wow.
All right, well then, well anyway, this is fun. It's cool just to hang out.
Yeah,
no show, no nothing. Let's just hang out and
don't forget in October, I'll be out in Atlanta. So
nice.
Oh, then we'll definitely need to hang out for sure.
Remember I sent you that tweet, Atlanta between.
No, Jacob, I don't remember when you sent me the tweet about you coming to. When was this? Like 4 months ago. You're the most organized person I know. Do you remember? I sent you that tweet. Dude, I get like 15,000 tweets a week.
That's true. I did. I sent it back in like December, I think.
You'll have to remind me in like, you're saying October?
I'll be in there between October 18th and the 20th. I don't know where at.
Remind me in September, and we'll definitely get you scouted.
That is the weekend before my birthday. My birthday is the 22nd.
Oh, that's awesome.
We'll be there. We'll use probably at some hotel convention center, and I usually have my evenings get free. I don't have a car, so
no, we'll come pick you up.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's the UGA's bye week, so there's no game that week.
Oh, yeah, sweet.
I'll just come get you. I'll stay at work late, and we'll come get you, and we'll take you out to dinner or something.
Sweet, that'll be fun.
Yep. You gonna do front page news, Caroline?
What?
You gonna do front page news over in Moreland? That's like my favorite spot.
Oh, I've never been.
I like that spot. It's like all Cajun-y, like New Orleans. They got amazing bread pudding, great cheeseburgers.
Oh man, that sounds yummy.
Or if you want to take them somewhere like Atlanta, we could take them to the Vortex or something. We could like really do it.
Vortex is pretty good stuff.
That's true.
I haven't had.
Or like Nats. Yeah, we'll find you something, Jacob. We'll take you somewhere.
Oh, I'm excited now. And Smash will be out by then, so bring your Switches and we'll smash it up.
That's true. I'll suck at Switch. I'll suck it. I'm hoping Pokemon will be out by then. We'll play both.
No, won't be out quite yet. Here comes the Atlanta pick.
Oh, who are they getting?
They're taking Calvin Ridley. Good pick. Good pick. Calvin Ridley. Man.
We need a receiver too. We have so many holes.
Dude.
Man, that's the first wide receiver to be taken so far, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
no
DJ Moore receivers.
Oh, that's right.
But you've got Julio and now Calvin Ridley. That's crazy.
I know. We had this.
I mean, we know what our strength is. Our strength is Matt Ryan throwing.
Yeah, I know.
And we're working.
The problem is we need to get a better line. Just because he runs around the back.
The problem is you can't stop other people from also throwing.
Yeah, we need a better defense and we need a better line.
Dang it! Why did we get a freaking Alabama boy? Like, whatever.
I can't believe you were hating about a great player.
It's Calvin Ridley.
Yeah, but you know what? I hate him. I hate him. They paid
but he's good.
No,
he's really good.
They're terrible.
Different start, different league, different start.
No.
You have to say,
I can. He's part of a bunch of losers.
Leading the Falcons draft room right now? No. From Alabama, we're not taking him.
I'm very bitter, Jacob, because they beat us in the national championship.
Oh, they didn't just beat you either. The way they walked off, like that took so much balls. Like Tua just rolled out and just ended your entire season on one throw. That was so cold. I'll never forget that. I was in the room and all these Georgia fans, they were all up on their feet. He let that ball go and everybody just deflated. I was like, that is the coldest football moment I have ever seen.
Donnie, I was in sobbing hysterics.
He just was like, oh, you think you won? You think you got? No, you don't. Just walked off the field.
That whole like fourth quarter, especially like when we thought that they were going to kick and win the game before it went to
yeah, I know.
I'm just
it was a roller coaster.
I took 3 Klonopin the entire time of that game.
And then it got even worse when you guys sacked him. You sacked him for like a 20-yard loss. It was like, it's over. They've done it. And he's just like, game.
Oh
That was
yeah, I forgot about that. We did sack him way back.
That was like Michael Jordan-esque. That was Kobe Bryant stuff. I mean, that was walk off.
It's like what LeBron did to the Pacers.
Exactly. I mean, it was cold-blooded. Like nobody wants to go out like that. That was rough. I'll never forget that. I was just, here's what I did. I was in the OC. Everybody's watching. It was dead silent. I went, oh my God.
Donnie, you're going to make me sick. What?
I told you it's time to go to bed, obviously.
Yeah, Brian says it's time to go to bed.
All right, guys. I'll
look,
talk to you
look,
later.
look, there's our Snuggie on the chair, and there's the Sanford Stadium over there with
Nice.
Brian's old tag.
You should get Tua to autograph like the corner of it.
Donnie, you can go to hell.
All right, guys. I'll talk to you later.
All right.
See you later.
Night.
Thanks,
Bye.
Thanks, guys. Night.